It is Friday morning on the East Coast. All is quiet at Cape Spear on the Rock, but that is about to change here at the Brier. We are driving towards the harbor here in downtown St. John's and also making our way into the playoffs. Yesterday may be one of the best days of curling we have ever seen at the Tim Hortons Brier, and it should only get better. Coming inside the building, we are glad you're watching your coverage on TSN. Brian Mudrick, Kathy Goche, and sometimes you get to draw 17 at the Brier, and it means nothing. And sometimes it means everything. This morning for Manitoba and Quebec, must-win situations for both reasons for both teams.
Well, for Mike McEwen, they talked about the fatigue from last year and the chance to be in that 1-2 game versus having to grind it out an extra couple of games against a tough field. They want to win bad. And
some teams are hoping that the other competitors come back in this field. That includes BC, John Morris, Jim Cotter. They had to try and get to that 7-4 record and then get some help today. But first things first, this draw against Adam Casey and Saskatchewan.
Well, and a very tough Adam Casey last night. It was a raise-in by Jim Cotter to give Saskatchewan the tie, so he needs to make this shot for the win, and he does.
7-6, so they finish with that 7-4 record. Meantime, the marquee game, Newfoundland-Labrador taking on Team Canada. This went down to the final and one of the best we've ever seen in an extra.
The entire game was a highlight reel, and so why would you expect it to be anything different? The crowd was on their feet. Brilliant shot making. Unbelievable game.
What a draw in 11. That is a single. They had to check after at Mile 1 Center. The building, the roof, it's still okay. They nearly blew it off last night, but unbelievable show. Handshakes. And Newfoundland-Labrador guaranteeing themselves a spot in the 1-2 page playoff game. Other scores, great news for the 2013 Brier champions. Brad Jacobs winning 6-5 over Alberta. And Manitoba, Mike McEwen, what a Brier they're having, a win 8-3 over Glenn Howard. So a lot of scenarios still, but this is the simplest way to put it. Teams on the left are still in, teams on the right are eliminated. If Manitoba can win this game, they're the number 1 seed. They're into the 1-2 page playoff game. BC, they need some help. Quebec has to win to get a shot at the playoffs as well. Last year in Ottawa, Mike McEwen was a playoff team, but they finished in 4th place. This year, if they win this game, they're into that 1-2 page playoff game and the number 1 seed. Who could be a difference maker on his team today?
Well, it's been the guy that's been a difference maker all week. Denny Neufeld at lead has owned that position here at the Brier this week against some really tough competitors. He is the top shooter amongst all leads. He was perfect last night.
Jean-Michel Menard knows all about pressure situations. He won the Brier with a great field back in 2006. He needs to win for a shot at the playoffs. How does he handle this moment?
Well, I think that they'll just be relaxed. That's what this Quebec team does, and he has an advantage over Manitoba in one position. It is at the 3rd position. Martin Crête is ahead of BJ Neufeld. If Martin has a great day, that makes the shots easier for the skipper.
We have not had tiebreakers at the Brier since 2009 when 7-4 got you in. What will happen this year? First rock next from St. John's.
Got it now. Can you get it? Drag it over. Get it there. Can you get it there, fellas? Can you get it there, fellas? Yes, you can. For the win, Manitoba.
Final stone, extra in. Jean-Michel Menard needs that pin for the win. Big final scrub on the pin for the win. Oh, Quebec. What a draw. Jean-Michel Menard.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Sponge Towels Paper Towel. Nothing absorbs like it.
It is the final morning of round-robin play here in beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Some crucial games on the ice, including our feature between Manitoba and Quebec. Glenn Howard in his 17th Brier appearance. He'll wrap things up against the Territories and Jamie Cooey. Newfoundland, Labrador back on the ice taking on Nova Scotia. And Team Canada has to win to get to 8-3 and ensure themselves at least a portion of the playoffs as well. It is time to meet the teams in our feature game. It's brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Skip Mike McEwen of Team Manitoba. Our lead is Denny Neufeld. Our second, Matt Wozniak. Third, BJ Neufeld. And we play out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Hi, my name is Jean-Michel Menard, skip of Team Quebec. Playing lead, Philippe Menard. Second, Éric Sylvain. Vice, Martin Craig. And we curl out of the Etchemin Curling Club.
Jean-Michel Menard trying to make the playoffs for the first time since 2014. Just the third time this week without Hammer as Mike McEwen wins the draw to the button. So he has final stone in this first end. Quebec the Yellowstones, Manitoba throwing the Redstones in a crucial game here. Our final round robin game of the Tim Hortons, Brier, and St. John's. The lead for Team Quebec is Philippe Menard. He'll start things off. In a must-win situation for both games, Quebec has a chance to get into the playoffs, create a possible tiebreaker, and Manitoba, what an opportunity, Kathy, a chance to play in that 1-2 page playoff game and be the #1 seed.
It's huge. It comes with it all sorts of perks, the knowing that you're going to be there, the rest, the all-important rest. And I think that for both teams, they will be glad that they're playing someone this morning that this matters to. You tend to be afraid of playing those teams that it doesn't count for because they play loose, and it just takes you out of your element.
Last year in Ottawa, that man was in the 3-4 page playoff game. It's always nice to have that second chance if you need it. If you lose the 1-2 page game, you come back into that semifinal. Winner goes directly to Sunday's final.
So those huge numbers for Denny, +6 as we start this final day of round robin.
This really, Kathy, has been one of the best Brier experiences I think we've ever been a part of, from the shot making, the Brad Gushue at home story. This crowd has been an all-star, no doubt, each and every game. Gushue's team back on the ice. We look around the building in an important draw. Very full building once again. And the shot making last night between Team Canada and Team Gushue, both wearing red and white jackets. I found some irony in that. That's what Gushue wants, is that other red and white jacket. Kevin Cooey's not going quietly. That was an absolute spectacular game of curling.
I think for Team Cooey, you go back to the hotel and in your debrief, it's pretty hard to say if only we had. There were just so many incredible shots, including shots that I think most people didn't even see. The around the horn shot that Cooey made that in any other building would have brought their fans to the feet, but not when you're shooting against their beloved Brad Gushue.
If I would have made a bet at the beginning of the week that it would be Jamie Cooey beating Brad Gushue and not Kevin Cooey, I think a lot of people would have taken that bet, but I think that speaks to the field. And you mentioned it yesterday, Kathy, a lot of the so-called bottom teams, as they were not really bottom teams, they were giving the top teams a run for their money every draw this week.
Good normal. Whoa. Clean. Clean it.
Well, a pretty wide open end. Both teams just loosening up a little bit this morning. And for Quebec, this isn't a bad thing. For me, for Quebec to do a good job this morning and try to upset this Manitoba team, well, it is the joie de vivre of this team that is just so present all the time. Their passion for the game. And we have seen Jean-Michel Menard make so many great draws. As long as he's got access to that forefoot, preferably on the outturn side, he's going to make all the big shots.
I was going to ask Kathy if I could add one there. When in doubt, out for Team Quebec. Out turn.
Well, and it's interesting because that's one of the keys to victory for Mike and his team. Well, we've already talked about the brilliance of Denny Neufeld this week. And for him, if he can force his opponent to play the in-turn, they can. But that is not a preferred or even a balanced choice.
Keys to the game brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Control, Mark.
Here's your potential difference today. BJ Neufeld has not had a bad week by any stretch in the imagination, but when you get to this level, you start to look for any little edge that you can, and that edge, as I'd mentioned in the opening, is to Martin. He is out shooting his fellow third. Although BJ did tell me earlier in the week, and you'll see it's only by 1%, that he felt that in the earlier games there was about 4 in a row where he did not feel his rocks were matched, and they did not pick up on the differences in them very fast. Once they did, it made a difference, and so those things start to play in your head a little bit as well.
Same weight. Easy. Oh, easy! Wow!
Fais-la pas curler, Eric. C'est dur à suivre.
Jean-Michel Menard's last playoff appearance, 2014. It was another Manitoba connection. Jeff Stoughton beating him in that bronze medal game. And the man holding the broom there, losing the bronze medal game last year to Northern Ontario, Brad Jacobs. Interesting, last year's playoff teams all in the mix once again, and really the only team that could disrupt things is obviously Quebec if they can win here, and we'll be watching Team Canada as well taking on New Brunswick. If ever New Brunswick could pull off an upset over there, that would be good news as well for Jim Cotter and Team BC.
You see Mike's going to make his way down already with only 1 stone in play. It's an opportunity for teams to bank a little bit of that thinking time so they can utilize it when the ends get messy, and you know that they will. Both of these teams loving lots of rocks in play, just not in this first end.
A lot of conversations, Kathy, about maybe going from the 10 ends to the 8 ends. And I looked at last night, though. Brad Gushue gives up the 3 spot in that very first end. An 8-end game may be a different story, but a 10-end game, the one thing that Brad said in his media conference afterwards was like, guys, let's be patient here. We don't got to rush and get it back. We got to blank an end or 2, that's fine. And that patience certainly paid off as they took it to an extra end last night and beat Team Canada.
Clean it. Pretty firm. Well, clean.
Those are some pretty huge numbers at any position, but particularly at skip with the degree of difficulty of so many of the shots. Only Brad Gushue is ahead of Mike McEwen in the stats for the skip.
I think Gushue's leading in a lot of stats this week. Pictures, roars, autographs.
Normal. Okay.
We talked about the playoff situations too, Kathy, and Manitoba, obviously, if they can win this game, they're the #1 seed. But keep in mind, Mr. Gushue, after such an emotional roller coaster of a game that they won, they're also back on the ice against Nova Scotia. They're in that 1-2 page playoff game, but they want to keep momentum going as well. You don't want to take the foot off the pedal with the playoffs beginning later on tonight.
All right, Mike, here we go.
And a glimpse there of Ryan Fry trying to be incognito there in the hoodie, watching this game from ice level in between the benches. Sporting his Bill Belichick look there this morning. There he is. And they've wrapped up their round robin play, and they're just waiting the results of who they'll play. They're at 8-3, finishing up round robin play.
Whoa.
And a very cautious open first end here for both these teams. Mike McEwen bangs it, away it goes. So a blank on the board. A crucial morning draw here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. As promised, we'll have updates for you all morning long. And after that emotional high and win last night against Team Canada, Brad Gushue and company back on the ice this morning, taking on Nova Scotia. We already know this young man is guaranteed a spot in the 1-2 page playoff game, but wanting to finish the round robin strong.
Well, I'm facing 2 this morning, and you mentioned it, Brian. It is such an emotional game last night. I'm sure they all lay awake for a couple of hours trying to decompress, but fight back with a single this morning, get themselves on the board.
Right on the nose for Brad Gushue. Back to our feature game, and a blank on the board in that opening end, courtesy Mike McEwen and Team Manitoba. They have the Red Stones. They also have Hammer once again here in 2, and we do have some rocks in play. Lead Stones on the way. This one from Philippe Menard.
Well, and that was not intended to be in the house.
Yep. No.
But because it is, Quebec can hit.
No. Rick. Whoa.
And Philippe is the brother, obviously, of Jean-Michel Menard, and his girlfriend is actually a massage therapist. One of the storylines was Jean-Michel having some hip issues. He said it first started to bug him, Kathy. We both chatted with him in October, his left hip. So he's been stretching it out, getting some treatment. He says after treatment, he feels a lot better. And that's just another one of those storylines of a long grind and a long week, and no time for rest here in a must-win game this morning.
A long season, even though they have not had as many games as their opponents this morning, you're still out there throwing rocks, and it is that throwing that really wears you down.
At 7-3, a must-win game this morning as well for the defending champs in Team Canada. And they are throwing the Yellowstones. Final one to come, though, here from Mike Kennedy, and a lineup change this morning as well. Mark Lecoq is on the bench, and Spencer McEwen is playing in this game, getting some Brier action in. Final stone here from Mike Kennedy.
And it appears that if you can get right to the nose, it could be for 2.
Clean. Good, Mike.
And you talk about an emotional game. It was Team Canada on the losing end last night, so they fall early here, 2-0 to New Brunswick. At 7-3, they have to win to ensure themselves some sort of playoff situation.
No. Why? Okay, good shot.
So a lot of scenarios this morning. Don't worry about taking an Advil, we will, because we'll talk you through all of them as we go this morning. So there you see Kevin Koe can be as high as 2nd. He can finish out of the playoffs. He clinches 2nd with a win over New Brunswick, and then he needs Manitoba to lose in our feature matchup this morning to Team Quebec.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Good.
Attaboy. Nice double there from Matt Wozniak. It's funny, we love watching these guys, and the one question that Matt had for me, he came over and said, hey, when is Jay and Dan back on the air for SportsCenter? It's pretty exciting. We're getting Jay Onrait and Dan O'Toole back on our network in September, so he was asking about the guys coming back to Canada.
Good weight. Good weight.
Now with that slip in by Denny on the first one, that really suggests that we will get another blank, especially after that double by Matt Wozniak. For Mike McEwen, he's not interested in really pushing the envelope a whole ton. If he has the opportunity to get the guards going, they will.
And you saw there on the scoreboard, Ontario taking a single with Hammer in the first. So it's Glenn Howard closing out round robin play over Jamie Koe in the territories.
And I'm sure if he looks back, Glenn Howard will really wonder what the heck you need to do. Some great numbers, particularly with Glenn and Richard Hart. They've made a lot of shots this week, just have not been able to produce the W's.
Whoa. Whoa. Easy. Yep. Whoa, sorry. Whoa. Lead.
Nice quiet wait, and he'll stick the shooter, Martin Crête. You look back to the provincials for Team Quebec, Kathy, and they know all about must-win situations. They had to win 7 straight games to get out of Quebec. They had a slow start in their provincials.
And I think that their attitude played such a big part in that, Brian. It's not only about a team getting on a roll, but they are very loose, and they enjoy this game so much. You will hear them laughing, whether they're up or they're down. They want to win. They are as competitive as any team is out here, but they truly do enjoy and savor every moment. And so when your back's against the wall, you're looser than a lot of teams, and when you're loose, you play better.
No, jamais.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Okay.
So there you see the schedule for Jean-Michel Menard. It was a tough start, losing the opening 2, but arguably to 2 of the favorites. So what did he do? Rebounded with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins in a row, a loss to another one of the favorites, and then wins. So if you look at managing your schedule, Kathy, I mean, he's done a really nice job.
He has indeed. And you know, that first game is always one of those games that you want to play a really strong team. You're learning the ice, you're learning the rocks. And so if you lose, it's not always a surprise. I don't know that we always consider them upsets in the very first game. And so losing to a great team like Team Canada would not really have set them back at all.
And the 4 playoff teams from Ottawa, Kathy, are back, including this young man right here, Mike McEwen. And he had a great start until hitting a speed bump there with BC losing 7-5. And the only other loss coming to Team Canada, a 6-3 loss. But again, great job of managing. And one of the comments Mike made last year in his first Brier appearance, he said by the time we got to championship weekend and the Friday, we were pretty exhausted, just not used to the grind of a Brier, 10 in games, a long week. And I asked him in a fifth end break interview yesterday about managing that, and he said this time around they've gotten a lot more rest. They knew it was coming, and they feel that they're a better prepared team this time around.
Well, BJ said that it was the standing around that no one had prepared them for. They knew the competition. They knew that the intensity would be more, but there was standing around before the game. There was waiting for drivers to take them from the hotel to the venue. And the connection across a pedway to the hotel has allowed the teams to come and go when they want, to leave very quickly after a game and between games. And that's made a difference to all of the competitors.
Yeah.
Green it. Yep. Hard. Really hard.
Hard, Matt.
Hard. Hard.
And I know
Really
this
hard.
seems like
Hard
a very
stick.
simple running
Hard,
them up
Matt.
and down
Go,
for the
Matt.
last 2 ends,
Whoa,
but both
whoa,
skips are
whoa.
also utilizing this time to chart the ice.
Good.
So that when the rocks start to get in play, they'll have a pretty good sense, and you'll hear them talking about into when we played the outturn or the intern.
Do you have your stats handy, Kathy,
Yeah, I do.
on Team Quebec? If you could, just pull up for me. I mean, I made kind of fun of it with one of the keys of the game. When in doubt, out, doesn't throw the outturn. What is the differences in percentages of Quebec throwing the outturn to the intern this week? In general, do you have that?
I do. I'm about to show you. We'll just let
Oh, really?
Jean-Michel. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You know what? See, when the day's over, you go home. Me? I'm a student.
Stop the clock.
Okay.
Stop the
so
clock.
they want to stop the clock because a handle issue. It is
Martin.
not.
Demande-leur d'arrêter le temps.
Bon, c'est correct.
They know. Just letting them know. So while they're getting that handle fixed, Brian, the answer to your question about the outturns and interns, it is hysterical when you take a look. So as an intern, only thrown 27 this week compared to the outturns, a much more balanced attack. The bottom line is the team. So you see in Mike McEwen a bit of a balance between what he calls for the team. Not so much, half. But for Jean-Michel Menard himself, only if he needs to, will he play the intern.
Obviously, there's a Jumbotron in the building. It was pretty funny as a lot of the Quebec guys are looking up at the big screen and just checking out the shots they've chosen to chart this week, as now this is an official's timeout to make sure they deal with the stone. So no time coming off any of the thinking time for either team.
Tu le déranges un peu.
It's funny, hockey playoffs, Kathy, right around the corner. Jean-Michel Menard actually used to be a Vancouver Canucks fan, if you can believe that. He's now, though, a Habs fan as we inch closer to the playoffs. And there you can see some work being done in the stone to ensure that everything's working. Could have been a loose handle. Sometimes the problems are actually the lights, but that I think was just a loose handle.
And that has been the issue very much this week. It has not been the lights going on and off more often than not. It has been the actual handles that become loosened.
Plus! Easy peasy. Easy.
And these rocks, they travel as much as the players, Kathy. I find fascinating how Curling Canada takes these rocks, packs them up, and has to ship them across the country or to another event.
Well, they are considered very good rocks. The striking bands are excellent, so you get a lot of bounce off of them. You see a lot of activity in the house. They want to ensure that they are matched as much as they can. Now, even within the abilities to try to have a matched set of stones, there are always going to be a little bit of differences between a pair, and that is the job of the teams at these highest levels to sort that out.
Final stone here for Mike McEwen. And another blank on the board for Team Manitoba. Draw 17 here in St. John's at the Tim Hortons Brier.
44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2017 Ford Escape SE in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. The number whittled down to just 2. And in the final, Martin Crête from Quebec faced off against Northern Ontario's Brad Jacobs. And the skip from the Sioux, well, he came to play, scoring a total of 21 points, including a 5 on the Around the Horn triple. Northern Ontario's Brad Jacobs wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on a 2017 Ford Escape SE.
Welcome back to St. John's. What I found so impressive is that Kevin Cooey actually played that shot in a game with lots on the line last night against Brad Gushue and made it. That was exceptional curling from both sides last night as we welcome you back to our feature matchup, Manitoba and Quebec, and a couple of blanks here, courtesy Mike McEwen, throwing the Red Stones, who has hammer once again. But there you see Philippe Menard. He has that center guard up for Quebec, and Denny Neufeld puts one on the button. So a few rocks in play here as we join action underway in 3.
Yep line, yep line.
Good way.
Oh, we're good. Oh. Yep.
Good way. Hello.
Juste la ligne.
Hello. Hello.
So for the teams throwing up and down for 2 ends with hit weight, now the adjustment comes.
Bounce ball. Shot fail.
Shot.
Very nice.
Top
line's
12,
really
top
nice.
8.
It was happen an inch or 2 would be wicked.
Ontario taking on the Northwest Territories this morning, and Glenn Howard with a 1-0 advantage. Final stone here from Jamie Cooey.
I think what he's trying to play is the bit of a tap. It is the red shot stone almost biting the button. So trying to tap a red to a yellow, or if he can get by and tap the red back, it could be for 2, but it would need to stick around.
He gets by. There's the tap. Shooter will...
I think it's good.
Maybe stop in time. Yes, 2 on the board. Jamie Cooey in the Territories. A nice quiet deuce there, so it is 2-1 after 2.
It's a good thing I swept the back one. We got 2.
All right. Peux-tu pousser sa rouge sur le nez?
Ça va être tough.
Back.
On peut-tu venir free sur notre jambe?
Okay.
Un peu off.
Sure.
Momentarily, they talked about coming around on the outturn side and freezing the yellow stone to line them up.
Easy. Easy.
And now they're going back to running the front stone in.
Juste normal.
Yep.
Normal.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Yes.
Normal. Yes.
Edric Sylvain will pick out that red stone.
All right.
Good shot.
Not a bad result.
A few blanks in our updates as Nova Scotia blanks the second to have Hammer in 3, and same goes for Team Canada down to New Brunswick. They have Hammer in 3 as well, down by 2.
This is the straight one.
Yeah. Matt.
Yeah.
This is a good one?
A good one. Quick.
Now, it's not like he has a good one and a bad one, but he has a good one that's probably more predictable, more equal to the other stones that Manitoba is throwing.
Give it a bit, Beach.
Because he's playing a very precise come around, they'll use the one that they know how to read better.
Probably close to 2-hit.
And Kathy, as a former front-end player in winning your 3 Scotties titles, how many times did you have to take the dud?
Often. As a second, that's actually where the duds should go. Not as people, but as rocks, because you often are throwing hits, and you don't tend to see those little bit of discrepancies in hits as you would in a draw.
Sur le nez, ça sort tout.
Freeze.
OK. Yeah. Top 8, 30.
Ouais, 30 est bonne. Down un peu. Oh, yeah.
Now, this is one area where I'm sure the Quebec team is really feeling it, not having played since January, other than a couple of scrimmage games against Pierre Charette. It will be the sweeping. It will be the brushing that will have made the difference. Even if you work out in the gym and you do a lot of cardio, it is that actual brushing that you need to do to stay as fit. And so for Philippe and for Eric, especially, who do most of the brushing, I'm sure it's been a very long week.
Anyway.
Like that, or you want to throw last?
No, firm's good.
Okay.
Out turn?
Like the out?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Just firm.
Never. Never. Okay.
Yep.
Fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Bad.
He's just that much wide. You can throw him.
On sort tout ça. On peut-tu larger dans ça, ouais?
Je pense que sur le nez est bonne.
Rien dit. Peux-tu y aller dedans, ouais? Easy?
Wait.
Get it on the nose with easy weight.
Oh, je fais ça, hein, ça va là.
Hein?
Just off nose, your yellow one that he's tapping there can go behind the corner guard. Get rid of the
Je
shot
pense
stone.
que les deux rouges sortent à gauche. Les deux rouges sortent à gauche.
I don't know if they do both go out to the left or not. Wondering if both of the reds will go out. They had talked about easy weight.
Yep! Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
Martin Kret gets the Reds going. And just like that, it is Quebec line 3 without Hammer here in the third.
Very nice. They talked about the easy weight, hit and roll behind the corner, and then elected to throw the bigger weight, make both red go away if they could, and he did.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard, Danny.
Hard.
Hard, Danny.
Hard, Danny. Hard.
Denny Neufeld trying to save it for his brother. And BJ hits it and goes right through. Trying to catch a piece of that one yellow stone.
À moins que tu roules devant.
Ouais. Hack roule devant.
Sinon, c'est quoi ton choix?
Oui. T'aimes ça, juste rouler devant? Yeah. Oui.
That's a pretty dangerous stone to leave there for Quebec.
Just bum.
Martin Crête played a lot of junior with Philippe Menard on the right. And that Brier win in 2006, the two guys on that team were Eric Sylvain on your left and the skip, Jean-Michel Menard. Nice soft weight. And that'll cover things up down the center line. Not quite in.
A very nice pair by Martin this morning between the double on this first one and that soft touch roll to protect their stone.
Shot, do that.
Can you hit
The other
roll
is
off the
this.
guard behind ours? Pretty tough, I think.
My first thought was
This
the
one
double.
back or this?
My first thought was the double.
Okay.
Double would be good.
Deal.
Okay, bitch.
I like the out.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard,
Hard.
Danny. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
And he stuffs it.
Okay.
Just the wrong side of the inch with both those run back attempts for BJ Neufeld.
Hey, bitch. Ça va-tu runner, ce côté-là, longtemps? Fais-le quand même qu'il y a là un petit peu.
Ouais. Je vais
Gosse de
courber, moi.
moins. Faut traverser la ligne. Comme ça.
Top 4.
30.
Down. Même chose dans le shootout, dans le fond.
C'est très vite. Ouais,
En
30.
shootout, tu dirais 9, 3 quarts, 30. Pas mal pareil.
Jean-Michel Menard is saying it's his first time ever to the city of St. John's, and when they first arrived, he thought it was pretty cool. He'd walk around, do some sightseeing, and people were coming up to him and recognizing him in this part of the country for his curling over the years.
I'm good.
They are very much a curling support community in this great city.
Non, non, elle est bonne.
And not just for Brad, but recognizing the other teams as well.
Ah, that's good. I'm good. Tu peux switcher là. Tu peux switcher si tu veux. Amène-la. Easy. Easy, 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 easy.
So, Kathy, we mentioned during the provincial run this year, they had to win 7 straight games to get out of Quebec. This guy here is no stranger to must-win games. Look at these situations over the years in draw 17s. Final draw, round-robin play, knocking off Furby back in 2005.
Well, those are some pretty significant teams that they had to beat, and I do think that that speaks not only to their capabilities as a team, but it is that relaxed attitude, that passion for the game that keeps them loose in those big games. And so far, the edge this morning, Team Quebec.
And you saw their 2009 and Jacobou winning that game. That got them into a tiebreaker. In 2009, the last year, we've had a tiebreaker situation at the Tim Hortons Brier. It's a possibility here on this final draw on this Friday morning.
Just smooth feel. Okay, all right, Mikey, here we go. The stick is really good. Yeah, the stick's great.
The one thing this Quebec team, Kathy, it's kind of funny. A lot of the teams experiencing this. Usually across Canada, Quebec gets a lot of support no matter what city they're in. Pretty tough when you're the villain and you're playing Gushu in Newfoundland Labrador. We were joking when Kevin Cooey made that shot last night. Maybe about 5 people. It was one of the best shots I've ever seen.
Whoa!
Trying to do that.
Run back tap there, and 2 yellows go.
Shot.
Mike McEwen
Good shot, Mike. Good.
cleaning up some of the business out front for his team.
Should have run.
Shot, Mikey.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Well, you heard him say that's how
Shot.
BJ should have run.
Yeah, yours didn't run like that. It'll lock.
Gets him out of a little bit of trouble this morning. The only negative is that he rolled in front of the other Quebec stone. So Mike now preparing for the force.
No, I had this much this side.
But his draw or hit, whatever he chooses, a lot more room now with the front cleared.
add to your outturn total.
True, but this at least this one makes sense to throw the outturn in this spot of the ice, right?
Well, and the goal here for Quebec is just to have another stone somewhere in the house. And they will have achieved their objective of forcing Manitoba.
I think too, Kathy, it's worth pointing out, as this one should stop in time. I mean, we're not teasing him up here. He loves throwing the outturn, and he's good at it. And we've used it before, and I'll use it again. It's the golf analogy. I don't care if you have Jason Day's swing or Jim Furyk's swing. Last time I checked, Jim Furyk shot a 58 on the PGA Tour and a 59. Doesn't matter what you like or what the turn is. If you can get it done, which this guy has many times, who cares?
I think the only reason that we talk about it so much is because it is dramatic. There's always a preferred turn. Every curler has one that they feel the most comfortable with, but it is the excessive amount of choices sometimes where he has to flirt with the guard when the other side is completely open. And so as an opponent, as somebody who is scouting a team, I would always want to set it up to force Jean-Michel Menard to the intern. Can he make it? You bet he can. But if he has to think twice sitting in the hack about the intern, then part of your goal is achieved.
And interesting for a skip too, right, Kathy? I mean, a skip to do it. Benny Hebert likes his outturn a lot, but for a skip to love that outturn that much, you don't see it very often.
It's not heavy, guys.
And Jean-Michel Menard doing his part here. The force is on, so final stone here in 3 for Mike McEwen. Needs a nice draw. Full 8 will do, and he does better than that as he finds the 4-foot for a single. So we're on the board here with a point in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador on this Friday morning. Welcome back to St. John's, update time. And there you see 3 red stones belonging to Newfoundland, Labrador, and Brad Gushue. Final one to come from Jamie Murphy. And at 4 and 6, Kathy, tip of the hat to this skip and this team from Halifax. They came through the pre-competition to qualify for the Tim Hortons Brier. They lost the pre-qualifier last year, the final in Ottawa. Here he is battling for win number 5. They've been a great story regardless of the record.
Oh, I agree. And he made a great shot on his first one. He made a run back double against Brad Gushue, who was lying 4. Brad removed it. That's why he faces 3, but this is no easy shot. Nicely done.
Jamie Murphy bangs it on the nose for a single, and good for the crowd here to acknowledge that, taking on the hometown hero. So they're tied up at 1 after 3. Newfoundland, Labrador, if you're just joining our coverage, they are guaranteed a spot in that 1-2 page playoff game that will go later on tonight on TSN at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Think about that. We're an hour ahead of Toronto time, Eastern time, so that extra half hour has caught me a few times this week.
I don't know where I am. I know where I am. I just don't know what time it is at home half the time.
I can help you with that. Welcome back to our feature game.
Quebec throwing that corner guard.
In a 1-0 lead here for Team Manitoba, and it is Quebec now enjoying hammer for the very first time here in the 4th end, throwing the yellow stones. I'd say if you had a game plan drawn up for this Quebec team, they followed it pretty nicely, kept things fairly simple.
Mine's good.
Obviously, they didn't have hammer, so they weren't dictating play. That was up to Mike McEwen, but a great job to finally force tight game, get a few ends under their belt, and chance here to now score their 2 in the 4th.
Come on! Hard. Line up. Go. Okay. Sorry, Jim. Elle glisse moins bien ce bord-là. Ouais.
Well, I guess it's in the house, eh?
Control. Okay.
And sometimes I think people forget that even with the free guard zone, you can always remove your own, and so they can make the play on their own guard onto that yellow stone because the Quebec stone is fully in the house.
Weight's good. Whoa.
Matt had some very candid comments for me, Kathy, earlier in this week.
BJ, hard.
As he runs it back, yellow goes. Does that red stone hang on? And it does in the wings. And Matt had said basically in talking about the meeting this team had right around Christmas time where They nearly decided to call it after 10 years and blow this thing up, that they'd had enough.
Curl.
After the meeting, things had settled down. They decided, all right, let's keep things going. Let's see what we can do. Air their grievances, so to speak. And he said, man, it almost took us blowing things up. And now look where we are. So nice to see such a nice comeback for this team as we take you over to Sheet D now. And this a crucial game for Team Canada and Kevin Cooey. They are throwing the yellow stones, and they do have shot stone right there. Can he orchestrate something here, Kathy, to score a little more here than 2?
Well, with the broom the way it is, it could be the draw for 2, or it could be the run back double for 3. We'll check kick speed.
I believe the draw.
No, he's playing the tap to try to bring in those other stones.
And by the draw, I meant the tap, obviously. Final stone here from Kevin Cooey.
Never off! Never off! Never off!
Brett Lang, Ben Hebert, big scrub the whole way, tap it back.
Oh, he just missed catching that red one. It would have brought 3 into play, but a lovely shot for 2 nonetheless.
That close. You heard Mark Kennedy there, unlucky. He almost made them all last night, but it's always tough. You can curl 99% if your opponent throws 100. What can you do? I might have made those numbers up. I don't think they were 99 and 100, but man, did they put on a show last night.
Yeah. 30, Rick, cette barre-là va bien glisser.
Well, your point's well taken, Brian. It doesn't really matter what your numbers are. You can be playing a great game, but if your opponent is playing just that little bit better or has the hammer at the right time,
Whoa. Whoa.
and that's what the difference is.
Weight's good.
Mine's good.
And so Quebec with
We're
Glass
down,
Rock
we're
is
down,
not too
we're
concerned
down.
about the 2 in the house belonging to
big
Manitoba,
man.
trying to utilize the corner guard.
Yep. Yes. Hard. Encore. Yep. 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 Yep.
Ouais, on perd du rond, on perd du rond.
I don't know if it's shot stone, Kathy, but it is behind that corner.
Like we're shot.
Thanks, Mike.
It's very close, but what do you do though, regardless?
Well, you gotta freeze it. You don't like freezing that?
Still like this?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, we're shot.
Well,
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a shot.
I like that.
You can go around the corner, but you've also got a center guard,
Speed.
and you're trying to steal.
Put an edge on it's great.
An option for sure is around the center, and even if you leave a little piece open, your opponent may drive it back onto their own if they're trying to remove it.
Let's wait. Gotta go. Hard line.
Line's really good.
Really gotta go.
Hard, guys. Hard, Den.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Just soft, Mike.
Yeah. Good sweep.
Caméra au milieu, comme ça.
Jean-Michel will also take a look and make his opinion.
OK, d'accord.
Not sure.
Wait.
Bump. Let's go.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Yep. No.
Whoa, whoa.
No, 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 no.
Good weight, good weight.
On roule à droite, c'est bon.
Shot.
And Quebec lying 2 with hammer here in 4.
Control.
Wait's good.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Positive throw.
Never. Okay.
Good. Fine.
And a game of pride right next door between Ontario and the Territories. Glenn Howard answering back with a pair in the third to lead that one 3-2 over Jamie Cooey.
OK, c'est bon. Good, good, good. petit peu plus!
Easy. Non, non, non. Pour la droite. Non!
Yep!
Oh!
Yep!
Another quiet tap.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, easy. Yeah. Line up, curl. Right there.
Where's the perfect roll here, Kathy?
Well, I think that if you can get right up,
Sort of flipping them out there.
just
I
listening
think
to
mine
Mike.
will curl. Yeah. I don't think you have to worry about that. Everybody else is flipping those.
Okay, Mikey.
So
What kind of weight? Control?
explaining why BJs are not curling, just that last back movement of his release that we talked about yesterday a little bit. Still obviously with BJ today. That's why his are running straighter. Mike feeling that he'll get that finish to roll underneath. He has the advantage of both of those guards out front belonging to him. So any run back by Quebec would have to be made perfectly.
Whoa,
otherwise
good.
it's just stuffed. But a roll is key.
And a tiny roll inside. Is Quebec still shot stone and maybe just a tricky spot?
Toi, dans le shootout, c'était quoi ça?
Dans le shootout, j'ai pris ça.
Ça, c'est pour aller à la canne.
Ouais.
Là, moi, je vais m'en aller genre là. C'est comme je m'en allais là sur le T-line, right?
Comme ça.
Ouais.
Talking placement of the stone, so to go around, want to make sure they're in front of the tee line, so there's no out for Manitoba by coming down to the face of it.
C'est quoi la hauteur?
Ouais. Top bouton.
OK.
Bête la pine. 3 quarts.
Ouais, sur le bord des spectateurs, ça glisse un peu moins. 9 3 quarts. Il va falloir y aller. Ouais. That's good.
Ligne est belle!
La ligne est super belle.
Jean-Michel Menard, his 11th Brier appearance, his 9th as a skip.
Ah! Good way, good way! Faut que ça curve. Très, très good way. Faut que ça curve. Hard, puis là. Juste ici, juste ici.
Derek Sylvain, Philippe Menard trying to wrap it around. It's not going to bury, so they'll leave it exposed. Top 4. Quebec does lie 2.
And very straight out on that side. We've not seen anything move a whole lot. This is sheet A on the outside.
On aurait pu attendre plus, là. C'était super beau weight.
Probably get under it, eh?
Ooh.
Back line. Back weight, roll under ours.
All right. Let's make it, Mikey.
Roll under ours, okay.
You might see Mike throw a little bit of a softer handle on this throw to get the movement that they've not seen.
Mike McEwen with his final stone here in 4.
Green.
Whoa!
Yo.
Hard!
Yo.
Hard! Hard!
We'll
Hard!
see if this stone makes the break towards the center line. They're by the guard, no
Matty,
problem.
Matty, go, 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 go!
And they'll bang it right on the nose. Just didn't finish up.
Almost got around enough for you're almost going the other way.
Okay.
So now for Jean-Michel Menard, it's a quiet tap back and a chance for 2 here in the 4th end.
OK, un petit hack.
Yeah.
Kathy, Mike McEwen, Jean-Michel Menard, their out-turn releases similar?
Not particularly. I think that you'll see Mike and his team alter their deliveries depending on the spot.
Chasing around a corner.
For sure for BJ, he's got that outward pop, that little bit of extra back at the broom. Not wide, just back at the broom, and so they will run straighter. They also have the ability to throw a softer release to get that curl, whereas you'll see Jean-Michel throw the same release all the time.
Final stone here in 4 and a chance for the game's first deuce. A nice clean.
Shot.
Away it goes. And Quebec First time with a hammer, and their first lead up 2-1 after 4. The adrenaline has been pumping all week long. It should only get better as we approach the playoffs and championship weekend. It has been fantastic here in St. John's. Welcome back to our feature match of Quebec. Quiet tap for 2 in the 4th. It is Jean-Michel Menard leading 2-1 here in 5. Hammer back to Manitoba, and Mike McEwen throwing the Redstones.
I love that. Emotion and pride. That is what the Scotties and the Brier and any Canadian championship are all about. And it only gets bigger as you advance to the world stage, carrying Canada's colors, as Rachel Homan will do in the next 10 days or so.
Last night, after making that draw, Brad Gushue said that's probably the loudest roar I've ever heard, and that wasn't even a playoff game yet. This building will be absolutely electric if he can do something special.
I like this. Okay.
Yep. Good normal.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
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 Hard. Hard.
Right up.
Hard.
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 Speaking of Brad Gushue and company, on the ice on sheet C in a 1-1 tie here in the 4th end, and Jamie Murphy, Nova Scotia, applying a little bit of pressure here. And we've seen Brad Gushue make a ton of draws this week. He needs another one here to score a single.
Well, he's made a ton of draws, but a lot of that is from 2 great brushers in Jeff Walker and Brett Gallant. Have spent a lot of time on their cardio, their physical fitness, and they are both very big men as well. Lots of pounds per square inch on the broom when needed.
Go ahead. Clean.
Brad Gushue losing a Brier final to Glenn Howard and losing last year to Kevin Cooey. Maybe this is the year in his home city. Wearing that crest proudly, a 2-1 advantage after 4.
Another good shot by Quebec.
Don't have to make the double. I was thinking just here. Really tough for him to stick that. It rolls off, and then we draw again. Okay. Just draw.
I agree with Mike. If you play that double, you could be looking forward to a blank if you'd like to, but there's also an opportunity. It is a corner guard. You're out in the wings. You've got the 4 foot open. So an opportunity for Matt to get around, try to tuck it in between those 2 yellow stones.
I got light.
Wait, Oli.
Light.
Is this a guard? How far?
Hard, boys. You got it.
Go, Beach.
Line's
Still got the line.
Go, Beach.
What a scrub here for Brother Neufeld this time.
Top 8.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We've almost cooked it.
Whoa.
Danny.
Still just top 8.
Hard. Hard. Just go.
Yep.
Go.
Now Danny to try finish it, get a little bit more curl. And not bad behind that corner guard, so a little bit peeking out. Meantime, Team Canada taking on New Brunswick. It is a must-win for the defending champions. And there you see the 2 yellow stones in the house belonging to Kevin Cooey and company. Final one to come here from Mike Kennedy.
Well, Mike has the option of hitting and rolling on the outside one to get shot, but it looks that from this ice, he's playing the double.
Let it come up.
Too thin to go out, I think.
Gets 1, gets 2. So a nice double there. A single on the board. And for Team Canada, you see that 7-3 record. If they win and go to 8 wins, they ensure themselves some sort of a playoff situation. If they lose and go to 7-4, they're in the same situation as BC and Jim Cotter, John Morris needing some help this morning.
Yeah!
Stable.
Okay.
Shot, Rick.
Shot 8.
Double and roll, any good?
This. It's very good.
It's for sure good. You want to try that?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Okay. Normal?
Normal's good.
All right, Maddie. Go, Maddie. Just
It's
normal.
good. Clean. Yep.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yes! Little on the downside.
Hard. Just blame the roll. Just the roll. Hard, Denny. Hard, Denny.
Yep.
Hard, Denny.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's really good. Good.
Shot,
Just
Matt.
the hair light.
Little bit.
This team communicates very well. We heard a number of things on the way down there, the kind of weight. And when Mike says, whoa, he also added a little bit of a sentence, just playing the role. So the team that is sweeping, the two brushers, don't just think it's a debate between the line call. That is that extra communication, the extra information you can give your team that help them understand better what the outcome is.
Does the double jam here, Kathy, or will they all go if he hits it right?
Well, the double doesn't jam if he hits it right.
Yes!
We'll go across the face of the Yellowstone at the back.
Whoa! Right off!
Martin Kret gets one, gets two. The yellow goes, but more importantly, cleans up those red stones.
He's on fire this morning.
Clean.
Yep.
Hard, clean.
Hard. Really hard. Go, Maddie.
Right up.
Go, Maddie.
Right up. I don't really like that rock. Let's get rid of it.
Good shot. Okay, we'll talk about it the fifth then.
Now, there's been a couple of stones that they've talked about BJ's not running the way that they wanted it to, and you heard that there will be a discussion at the conclusion of this end about who will throw it, but Mike doesn't want BJ throwing it anymore, that's for sure.
And sadly, by get rid of it, they can't sign it and hand it out as a souvenir. They just have to move it down in the order.
You still need 8 rocks.
Yep.
Thank you for coming. Take a yellow rock home.
Shot.
Le shot, première, là. Solide.
But this is why teams chart the rocks, because where you can get rid of them is once you get to the playoffs and you have that option of selecting the stones you wish to play with. You can be sure that any rock that made you kind of go, what, is not what you'll be keeping.
Yeah.
Sadly, they haven't come up with that rule for the broadcasters in the booth yet, Kathy, so you're still stuck with
the
me.
knock could come to the door.
On joue à la trappe à dos. C'est de rouler dehors. Trap it off a roof. Yeah.
And that's a big job. You see a lot of the coaches and even the fifth players, depending on their roles on that specific team.
Jules.
They have, Jules Ochar is a good example. You'll see them with their binoculars. They're not checking out specials on the cod or anything or looking at the crowd. They are looking to see which skips or which stones they're throwing and what they've preferred and what they may use, and they write all of that down. It's become quite an exact science over the years.
It is. You know, that coaching seat, when we look at the bench strength, is a variety of things. It's sports psychologists. It is people like Jules that are there specifically for rock selection. It is sometimes a friend. It is whatever you need it to be to add to the resources of your team.
It was a pretty neat moment when Newfoundland Labrador played Team Alberta. Kevin Martin is here as a coach, coaching Team Botcher, and his son is on that team, Karik, as well. And to see those two guys who were together for 30 years, going back to their time at NAIT, the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, and the book of rocks they have and the knowledge that they could share together. It was a pretty cool moment.
And so resigning himself to a blank. No panic yet for Manitoba, but I think if we were to eavesdrop on that conversation at the fifth, they will be talking about rocks. They'll be talking about execution. They'll be talking about how to put pressure on this Quebec team to score 2 and 6. manage the scoreboard. Both teams very interested and very riveted on having that hammer and scoring in the even ends. And so here's your chance to have that opportunity with the blank.
A word a lot of the skips have used this week when it comes to pressure moments and key games has been patience.
Yep,
just
really
waiting for that
hard.
opportunity.
Right up.
Mike McEwen already a few blanks in this game, trying for another one here in 5.
Right up. Right up.
And away it goes. So a blank on the board in a close one. In a must-win, really, for both these teams at the Brier.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Well, he did not start with hammer, but when he got it, he made good use of it. The only 2 on the board so far this morning. And Quebec skip Jean-Michel Menard is with Brier.
Jean-Michel all week long, obviously patience important, especially when you're playing a top team and one of the favorites. You didn't start with hammer. When you got it, was it nice to finally get that 2 right away?
Exactly, yeah. We were able to force them to 1, take advantage of the even ends, and we're able to generate a nice do. So it puts us in a comfortable position right now. We're happy with where we are right now, up by 1 midway through the game. Things are looking good.
In the end, you took the 2. It looked like there might have been a straight spot on the ice. Are you noticing any paths that are different?
Yeah, well, that outturn pat was a little tricky. When I cut the broom for my first draw, I was even thinking I was a little tight and probably would have to work on the sweepers to make sure we get by the guard. And it wasn't the case at all. It wasn't curling a whole lot. So we'll have to take notice and see how the thing moves on for the rest of the game over there.
Best of luck going forward.
Merci.
Oh my. Well, if you're wondering why Brian tried to be a member of the Quebec team, this is how they celebrate and salute each other. They don't want you on their team, Brian. Let's take a look at the numbers after 5, and they're brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. Well, the numbers are really good. It's been a relatively simple game, so you would expect that. But the key position we talked about coming into this game was the advantage Martin Crête had over BJ Neufeld. Martin at 95%, BJ at 83%, and Jean-Michel Menard right now, 100%. That's perfect. Talked about changing stones. Got to sort that out.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
It is a beautiful Friday morning in St. John's. Now, all week long of the Brier, we've been getting language lessons here from the locals. We asked the skips if they know what someday on clothes means.
Someday on clothes.
Someday on clothes.
Someday on clothes. Someday on clothes. That's not real, is it?
Couldn't have put a more random set of English words together in a sentence, if you ask me.
You actually expect people to get these?
This is the easiest. Someday on the clothes.
You're wearing the same clothes the same day.
Some days I like to wear clothes.
I'm naked, I don't know. Is it like a naked day? I don't know.
They're pretty liberal out here, aren't they?
I think you pulled that out of like some remote community, Port au Choix, Newfoundland from the West Coast, because I've never heard that in the 4 years I lived here.
It's a beautiful day, sunny, nice breeze, so you can hang your clothes out on the line and they'll dry nicely and you get that nice smell.
That's a beautiful day. It's a little bit of a breeze. It's good if you put the clothes on the line, it dries them out.
How am I supposed to get that?
Makes sense. Wow.
And look at it. It is someday unclosed, Kathy.
It is not naked day in Newfoundland. Oh my, they have been wonderful expressions, and I love the fact that Mark and Brad were just very, yeah, this is what you do on a someday unclosed day.
Line's good. Hard good. Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Gotta go. Hard.
Sorry, Dan.
So we asked all the skips, Kathy, 3 questions of some of the local sayings, and to their credit, Brad Grushey, Mark Nichols nailed all 3. They got them.
Well, that also tells you that these are not random expressions, as Adam Casey would suggest, even having lived here for 4 years. Did you ever hang your clothes out? Probably not.
Or who knit ya?
Who knit ya?
Is where you from? Or who you from? So a close game here after 5 ends. Action underway in the 6th end. Another blank on the board for Manitoba. If you're just joining our coverage, they have the hammer here in 6th, throwing the red stones. Second stone's on the way. This one from Eric Sylvain.
And we will expect that BJ Neufeld will be throwing a different set of stones, or at least one of them. Manitoba will have talked about that. We showed Mike talking to Chris Neufeld at the break, making those discussions.
Throwing, you throwing. Yeah.
All right, Matty. Here we go.
The Territories scoring a single in the 5th end to tie up Ontario and Glenn Howard. Howard with hammer now in 6.
3/4 tie. So straight here. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
That is one of the straightest spots, not only on the ice, but in the building. We've seen some movement by the center lines on the other sheets.
Same weight?
But not on this one.
Il y en a moins.
Même affaire.
Non.
Moi, je parle à la largeur, là. Faut que ça curl.
On peut attendre.
Faut que ça curl. Faut que ça curl.
Juste Martin.
And this is the path, Kathy, I asked Jean-Michel about a few ends ago, this out-turn path coming home.
OK. Elle commence à être belle. Elle commence à être belle.
Oh, pas trop proche. Good.
You can see how little movement there is with guard weight. So with hits, it's almost negative.
We'll be watching this game very closely all morning long. Team Canada throwing the yellow stones, coming in with that 7-3 record, needing to go to 8-3 to ensure that they have an opportunity for a playoff run. And final one to come here from Kevin Cooey, Kathy. I saw Mike Kennedy make an incredible double with his final stone to force Kevin into this situation.
And it is the 2 that he faces. They are in the back of the house. You'll see them there. One in the 8-foot, one biting the 8-foot, so does need full 8.
Hard, guys. Hard, guys.
Brett Lang and Ben Hebert never off this one.
Keep going. Come on, Benny. Come on, Benny. Keep going.
Got to get a little more than full 8 to ensure it, and they do. So good brushing there from 2 of the best in the business. And it was a nice shot for Mike Kennedy to force them to that one. It could have been 2, maybe 3 there, but a nice job from the former Canadian senior and world champion out of New Brunswick.
Un peu trop creux à mon goût.
That's the second time he's dropped his broom today. Her hands start to lose their touch.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Attaboy.
BJ gets the 2 yellows gone.
Talk about distractions in the building this week. Right now is a big distraction for the other sheets in play because the majority of the crowd are watching the Newfoundland-Labrador game, and they've just gone to the break, so everyone is getting up to go get a beverage, to do what they need to do, and that causes a lot of extra noise. And you know, it's one of those things that you have to adjust to be able to isolate everything when you're playing in a building at the same time that Brad Gushue does this week.
A lot of them made the comment it's easier when you're playing Brad because you know when the roar is going to happen. If you're setting up for a big hit or a draw and you're hacking a few seconds before they make a shot and the crowd goes off, maybe you don't have time to reset.
Go, 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 go!
Okay.
Another example of how straight that half of the sheet is.
Hack, wait. Yeah, hack.
Long guard playing the curling term. Will try to get to the nose and play the tap-tap.
Hack. Should curl. Here we go.
Whoa. Good hack!
Whoa.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good hack!
Clean. Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa. Whoa. Danny. Danny. Hard. Hard, Danny. Hard.
A little more
whoa.
curl. Tap, tap.
Stop.
Yellow
Danny.
goes, and just like that, Manitoba lies to with hammer here in 6.
Real good, Beach.
Sweet.
Nice shooting, BJ.
Un quart.
Un petit quart.
On n'a pas vraiment le choix, par exemple, right?
Si je roule pas assez, il fait ça.
Exact.
Peut-être y aller pour...
Un quart, t'as fait. Un tiers, je pense que tu y touches, tu roules out.
Ouais. Tu penses de ça?
Est-ce qu'elle va runner sa ligne ou elle va curler en partant?
D'après moi, elle va runner.
Concerned if you hit and stick and you
Go
don't
back,
make the
make it
perfect
easy.
roll that Mike McEwen will hit the stone that you've just thrown and roll underneath, and now you're dealing with 2.
So is this the double, Kathy?
It is.
Let's go.
Which turn would have more action here, Kathy? And by action, I mean be harder to maybe stick it, that it may have a little more pop and roll off that back one.
For this one, I think he's playing the right turn. You want to get it to the inside to have that sharp angle, just like that.
He has been a shot maker all week, Jean-Michel Menard.
Shot.
Shot.
Look out.
Shot, yep.
That's a great shot. That's not an easy double. Very sharp angle. And sticks it behind cover.
Almost impossible. Pretty tough, I think. I gotta get movement.
BJ's wasn't really screaming in there.
Well, if you threw backline weight and squeezed the guard.
Newfoundland Labrador with a steal in 5, so they lead 3-1 over Nova Scotia.
I mean, Mike, you really don't have to.
The only other shot
Murphy
is one of
with
these.
hammer and
I
6.
don't love that.
No. You really only have to probably just move it to here. Maybe. Stay for shot, Ross.
Just wait.
Back 4.
Back 4 to back 8.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have back 8. I think that's the ideal.
It's a really tough shot. From the hack, it is overberry. There's a great angle of what he's going to see. So you're throwing at a stone that you can't see plus, and you're trying to tap it back. That shows how much this in-turn curls.
Now, Kathy, because the out-turn doesn't move as
tap it,
much,
we
you
can
could
make it
argue
perfect
maybe
for a
it's
shot
sloped
rock,
that
right?
way. Does it always mean that the in-turn will move more, or is it...
No,
Explain that to me.
No, you know what? Sometimes
Like, I can't spin it.
it just is a straighter side, and it's possible in an outside sheet that you will get more movement to the wings if it's not built up, but I don't think that that's the case as much here. As the in-turn does tend to move. I don't think it's sloped, it just moves, and the out-turn just seems to be very straight and rides a ridge.
Weight's good. Hair heavy.
Whoa.
Weight's good. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Back
whoa,
foot.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
T-line. Back
Whoa.
4.
Denny. Hard. Hard, Denny. Hard.
Denny Neufeld trying to get all the curl
Go.
he can,
Hard.
move it
Go, go,
back.
go.
Can they be shot stone? And they will not.
Almost.
Good try.
Actually, probably needed to curl too much. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Needed more weight, too.
Le pire que ça, c'est pour 2, puis sinon, volant, volant aussi. Toi, tu vois là, s'il joue le run back, ça va mal, on pourrait faire plus mal.
Non, moi, je me dis, si on va là, c'est sûr qu'il prend un. Si on met un garde, il n'y a rien d'autre. C'est sûr qu'il essaie le run back.
Il va essayer de drôler.
Ouais, OK, on met un garde.
Well, the run back angles are not particularly good for Manitoba.
Non, on l'échappe d'une demi-pierre puis un gimme double.
Want to lie 2 at the end of this.
Tu vas être sa ligne centre, right?
Oh, electing to go to the guard instead. The angles are not good. If you take a look at the guards out front on the left-hand side that belong to Manitoba, they're not ideal. There is that double red. Bang, bang onto the yellow.
Touche à la ligne.
But they feel that that is way tougher than playing the draw. So you guard it. Make Mike make that decision.
C'est rapide, là. 30 et demi, 31.
Le T-line, t'as quoi?
T-line, pas loin de 30.
What do you think Mike would do, Kathy?
Well, it depends what he is given the opportunity to. If this happens to slide in and he can play a double, he might. But the run back, Ryan, is a double run back.
Deux!
And instead of maybe having a chance to draw for one, you could clip that out and give up the steal.
OK, laisse-la mourir.
But this is going to curl over to the center line, so there is a lot of room to get to the Tim Hortons button. But do you take on the risk?
Chop.
I think so. I mean, we're scoring in the right end, right? So.
I mean, you could get lucky, right?
It's just really hard to make even just to stick it, though. Like, yeah,
Pretty
it's
stupid.
a little bit too early for that, I think.
Yeah, if it was 8th, then yes.
Score here, we're still in a good spot.
And this is the scoreboard management that we talk about, wanting to ensure that you score in the even ends. The potential is for 2, but it is a long, tough run. And so they will draw to take their 1. That'll tie the game. Lots of ends left to go. Hope to force your opponent to 1 and then get hammer back and score 2 next time.
All right, Gauthier, let's get you on the stopwatch here.
Here
So
for
we
you.
got the intern draw for Mike McEwen. What are you guessing, hog to hog?
Probably about 14-4-ish this morning.
And that's consistent from what we've seen all week?
It's been 14-2 has probably been the average, but we have seen it as high as 15.
Mine's fine.
But not that often. It's usually in
Little
the
bit of room.
14s.
It's out there, way out there.
No, don't
Way
worry about
out
that.
there.
Final stone here in 6 for Mike McEwen.
Play the weight.
Line's good.
Play the weight.
Drawing against 1.
14-7.
Yep. I think so, guys.
He's at draw weight in his pocket. We saw that celebration after he made that pistol of a draw for a win earlier in the week, and that is another beauty from Mike McEwen.
Nice toss.
Really good game here so far in St. John's in a 2-2 tie. Welcome back to St. John's. Draw 17, our final round robin draw. This man trying to fight his way into the playoffs. And when you got to make the playoffs, you got to make key shots, Kathy.
Well, it certainly has been dictated by Jean-Michel Menard so far today, really pushing Manitoba. And when Manitoba makes a good shot and is set up for the potential, his up-weight ability, his ability to see angles, not only does he make the double, he rolls behind the guard.
And the only guy you might hear over this crowd is Martin Kret when he wants him to sweep. The key shot is brought to you by Scotty's, the tissue for any issue. In a 2-2 tie between Manitoba and Quebec. And it is Team Quebec now with Hammer here in 7, throwing the yellow stones. If you're just joining us this morning, we welcome you. Brian Mudryk, Kathy Gauthier, the situation for Manitoba. If they win this game, they're into the 1-2 page playoff game, the playoffs tonight. And they'd be the number 1 seed.
Get it back there.
And if Quebec can win, they would improve their record to 8-3. And we could have tiebreakers.
Hard beach, go.
But 8-3 is good for something. We know that. We're not
Go,
sure what
go,
yet.
What that will be.
Go, you can get it there. It's sliding. Go. Go.
Okay.
Good
Not
sweep.
bad. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go, Phil.
Down.
Ouais.
Back 4. Back 4.
Right now, you have Team BC, Kathy, wherever they are, maybe in their hotel room and watching this game. They're done round robin play. John Morris, Jim Cotter at 7-4. Were you ever in that position where you had to maybe sit and wait in that final
No,
draw and
no,
hope someone came back? Or
No, it was
you were
always
just too darn
fortunate.
good, weren't you?
Well, it wasn't me. It was led by a team of wonderful women. No, we were always fortunate enough to be in a position of controlling our own destiny, including the one time that we didn't make the playoffs. It was on us. We went into the last game of the round robin knowing that if we won, we were in, and if we lost, we were out. And that's what you want. You really do. This whole idea, I feel sorry for the BC team who are flipping through their English-French journals trying to figure out how to cheer for Quebec in the language of their choice.
Bon chance.
Rick! Vas-y, on est back 8.
Shot.
Kathy, all the games, whether they mean something or not, all very close this morning, very competitive. Ontario, Northwest Territories, they're playing for pride. And if you count up the Brier appearances, Kathy, of these two skips, this guy, 17, 28 total between Jamie Cooey and Glenn Howard, his final stone.
Well, it's a lot of experience, and it is a lot of pride. It doesn't matter to them. Well, I mean, of course, it matters that they're not both in contention, but they want to finish on a high note. They want to do their province or their territory proud. Trying to play this tap back.
T-line.
And it is good for the single. So one on the board for Ontario and a 4-3 advantage. And a good time to point out, too, this is the final year of this format. There's no more pre-competition in Regina next year. There will be 2 pools. There'll be a championship pool. From that, we'll declare our Team Canada and Brier champion. Still working out some of the kinks of that, but that is the Coles Notes version of how things will play out next year.
Shot.
Gosh. Might be Quebec.
Moi, je la jouerais plus Aquay.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Kathy.
Tu peux pas, hein?
Éclairer le gars, c'est pas méchant. Éclairer le gars, il enlève les 2 jaunes.
Ouais, puis là, on joue le blanc.
On a 5 chances de double.
On a 5 chances de double.
Ouais, je suis d'accord.
It is that guard that is in there way more than anything else, so they'll make it go away. Lots of rocks still to come.
Whoa, Rick. Whoa.
Good.
Shot.
C'était pas beau, mais c'est bon.
Shot.
Halfway.
Halfway guard, Matt. Sounds okay here, right?
Yep.
I got a hair light. Yeah, it should be okay.
How's line?
Halfway. This one's gonna slide, guys.
I know. I don't want to jump this.
Halfway.
Kathy, we were chatting about this before the draw this morning. So Manitoba, last one, the Brier in 2011, that was done by Jeff Stoughton. This is the first year since 1989 that Alberta will finish below 500. And you look at those 2 provinces, Manitoba, Alberta, coming in, both 27 Brier titles overall.
First of all, that's phenomenal. It does definitely speak volumes of how hard it is to get out of those provinces. But there is even that extra little edge for Mike McEwen, knowing that he could move Manitoba up on that overall wins column.
Okay.
A lot of work still to do here this morning to get that into consideration.
Mike said he grew up watching Vic Peters and Jeff Stoughton and Kerry Burtnick, and he said since he could throw a rock, he wanted to win a Brier for Manitoba.
Well, the delivery is all the same. Wonderful tuck delivery.
Okay, Beach, here we go. Hair more than Matt.
Yeah. Room.
Halfway. Well then.
Room.
Line's good. Doesn't need to curl. Clean. Probably small over curl.
That's okay.
It has to sit. It has to
That's
stop.
okay.
It has to stop. Oh, sit.
Good shot. What?
Okay, that's pretty good.
I think so.
Une belle poussette, là.
Now that teases Quebec into making a decision. Now, do you peel the guard? Or do you make a play on the stone in the house?
Ah oui, moi j'aime bien ça. Backline?
Ouais, Hackwood.
Ah non, t'as peur. Lui, il veut backline.
OK, backline. On finit, tu marches?
Oui.
Ouais. Oui.
Act. Act!
No!
Yes! Yes! Yeah! Whoa! Yes! Whoa!
Act!
Oh!
Act!
Yep!
By the guard, tap the red, and they'll squish it through a little bit, and right now it is Quebec shot stone with hammer here in 7.
Hack! Okay.
A bit of an opportunity here for Manitoba because those stones are behind the tee line. Not only can Mike hit and roll with BJ's behind that guard, but there's also some space to freeze to. For Team Manitoba looking for the steal, but will be very happy even with the force.
Clean. Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa, no!
Whoa, hard nut. Hard. Hard. Anything. Go. Go, go, go,
Go,
go,
he's got it.
go,
Go, go, go, go, go.
Shot. Great shot, Pete.
And that is shot stone behind cover for Manitoba.
On n'en voit pas beaucoup, là.
On a pogné moitié.
OK. Tu allais un peu moins fort, essaye de rouler là.
Sure. Ouais, petite affaire moins fort.
Peut-être juste back 8.
So continuing to throw less and less weight because they can see less and less of the stone.
So Kathy, pro miss here. Maybe throw it tight, and if you have to whip that guard, that's okay.
Well, the pro miss is that you hit the broom. It's your weight that's a little bit different. I don't think that you'd want to throw
weight.
Well,
you're never playing for me. But yes, you're absolutely right. If anything, you want to at least move that guard over. But this is at such a level that they are going to make contact with that stone. It's whether their shooter sticks around or not.
Okay.
Sorry, j'étais trop positif.
Top button there, or what? This is also good.
Sorry,
Like right on it. So then he knows is you might be able to get it.
It's hard to really do anything with it.
Right here.
I think so, Mike. I think that's a shot. Basically, just bite the button is good. If you can get maybe a slight over curl over here is not the worst. Dead buried's good.
So dead buried's great. If you come back to this stone here, the problem is then, and I'll just remove that so you can see better.
Freeze the yellow.
Quebec comes down on top of the stone, and you've got no way to get it out without potentially jamming on your own. So by putting it in front of the tee line and buried, it's something that Jean-Michel is going to have to throw some weight at, and at a minimum, you think he's going to open up those back 2 stones, and that's your freeze on your second shot.
Skip stones here in 7.
Line's okay. Clean it.
Yeah, I got
Top button. Line's good.
Mike beating
line,
one of the
Mike?
best in the world, Reed Carruthers, 8-7 to get himself
Might have been a
to his
room.
second
Line's
consecutive Brier.
Lots of room.
Line's okay, guys.
Still lots of room. Hard, guys. Just drag it. Drag it, Denny.
Another
Drag
big
it, Denny.
scrub
Hard
here
it goes.
from Denny Neufeld. Matt
Hard it goes, Denny.
Wozniak.
Hard, 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 hard.
And right to the button for shot stone.
Nothing wrong with that.
Go, Mike.
It's pretty good. Sorry.
Weight's great. It just could not get the finish that they were hoping for.
Ouais. Elle va aller plugger là. Fait qu'il pourra pas jouer un T4, il va falloir qu'il joue un drap. Elle va aller stuffer ici, fait qu'il pourra pas jouer le double, elle va...
Ouais.
Fait que genre...
Hack. Petit hack.
Ouais, envoie en masse.
T'aimes ça, Jim?
Oui.
Half a rock, mettons? Pas mal la meilleure, parce que sinon, stuff.
Trying to move both of those red stones out of the 4-foot.
Kathy, Mike Kennedy comes in with just 1 win, but don't tell that to Team Canada because he has given Kevin Cooey and company a big-time run in a must-win situation for Team Canada. His final stone here and a chance to draw in for 2.
That's what we said this year that is so different, and so many of the players have noted, including Mark Kennedy, that there is so little difference between the lower-ranked teams on the right-hand side that you showed in the beginning in the standings. They're very solid teams. They're playing for pride. They're not going to let you have anything.
Never leave it. Boys! Got to be in the 8-foot. Go, 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 go!
What a scrub here. They got to drag it in, and they will get it there for a 2. In our feature matchup, Jean-Michel Menard by the guard. Tap the red.
Yeah, good job.
And he gets them moving. It is still Manitoba shot stone. So a 5-3 lead over on sheet D, though, for New Brunswick over Team Canada. Now, if Canada loses to New Brunswick and Quebec wins, Team Canada out of a playoff picture. Meantime, Newfoundland, Labrador, a 3-1 advantage over Jamie Murphy and Nova Scotia. Final stone to come here from the skip out of Halifax.
Hi, guys.
I can see in front of Mark Nichols that there is at least one belonging to Newfoundland and Labrador. So Jamie needing to get to at least the 8-foot. Oh, boy, there's one in the 4-foot as well.
So they got to tap this far enough to get shot stone, and they move it far enough. So it is a single. And the team who came out of that pre-competition pulls within 1, down 3-2 to Brad Gushu.
Who's guarding, Mike? Sorry, that is what we're doing? Okay.
And good on Matt Wozniak to ask the question. Sometimes there's a discussion at the far end, and without emotion to what the play is, the assumption is because Mike and BJ have talked about it, that intuitively the front end knows, and if they're talking about it needs to be biting or half-tucked. Matt and Denny need that information to be able to try to place this stone as best as they can.
Good. Hard early. Line's good. Hard early. Queen.
Higher the better right now.
Queen.
It's got to stop.
Queen.
It's got to really stop.
Queen. Queen. Good.
Okay. Shot. I like it. Good shot, Mike. Good. Boy.
Well, that is a long run back.
Good shot, Mike.
Phil, allez. Il a à peine pogné la pierre. Elle,
ouais, mais on a l'effet qu'on peut mettre Eric sa brosse à la fin pour la faire curler avec un petit weight.
OK.
Je sais pas, sinon on a quoi à la pine?
Non, c'est ça.
La pine, même pas une bine. Juste
Eric's looking at the run back. Jean-Michel was initially talking about coming around and playing the tap for shot.
Ah, tu peux prendre ton timeout si tu veux voir la shot, là.
And they will take their first timeout, each team with 2 90-second timeouts, and it's the alternate that comes up, Pierre Charette, as coach Robert Menard stays on the bench.
Pierre stood behind the hack and took a look down so that he will have the same view that Jean-Michel will from the hack.
Ah oui.
Si on joue pas pour 2, on peut jouer là.
On peut jouer juste tap. Dans le fond, si je viens qu'à lancer back 4, je t'appelle de 3-4 pouces. Puis,
c'est ça, c'est parce que le 1, il est très faisable, mais l'extra bonus, il est bon. Là.
Jean-Michel talking about playing back 4 weight to come around on that out-turn side tap, the yellow onto the red to get 2.
Où je descends, back 4, j'essaie de shaver le garde, taper elle là. Puis si on est chanceux puis j'ai assez de weight, je peux taper elle là. Ou on joue un soft angle raise avec genre bumper plus.
C'est celle que t'aimes mieux, GM. J'ai pas de trouble si c'est elle que tu voulais jouer, j'ai pas de trouble avec ça non plus.
Elle, t'as vois-tu sur le. T'as joué-tu l'une ou sur l'autre?
Out.
T'as joué sur l'autre?
C'est ça qui est fun.
Oui, parfait. Je l'aime. Je l'aime.
OK.
T'as besoin de jouer fort, right? D'abord que t'as. Ouais, t'as même.
Bumper, c'est bon.
D'abord que t'as pogné à la bonne place, elle se fake hack, right?
Ouais, mais c'est parce que je vais avoir peut-être avoir trop de curl.
Oui, c'est vrai, avec la hauteur.
Of course, it's the out-turn.
Elle, je l'aime bien, toi?
Well, the two options they've talked about then have been the bumper weight raise or the draw around to tap the yellow onto the red to tap it back for 2.
Selon mon stuff, là,
OK.
tout en ligne, right?
OK.
Juste pour dire. Bump.
And there's the sociables.
I don't think he's going to hog it. Pierre's choice that he liked the best was that run back, but not with a lot of weight, just playing the bumper weight, feeling that it is easier.
So after that timeout, final stone here in 7, Jean-Michel Menard.
And he is playing the out turn across the long one to get to the closer one.
And the angle, not to be, as he'll drive it by. So Mike McEwen, a steal and a 3-2 lead after 7.
Tough to throw at that broom.
96% on 12 draws so far. None bigger than this right now. They pick up the win in the extra. Walker, Gallant, trying to just come off that stone. T-line, edge of the floor. Now Walker, now Gallant, now the crowd coming in. And gonna sit, and sit, and sit, and sit, and yes!
What a game that was, and everyone is family on the rock this week for Brad Gushue, Newfoundland Labrador tonight. The 1-2 Page playoff game, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN 1, 3, 4, and 5. We know Brad Gushue is in that game. We do not know yet if he's the number 1 or the number 2 seed in that game.
Well, you saw the family, and so for wife Krista, for Brad, boy, anxious times.
Absolutely. Same goes for this guy. He can finish as high as first if he wins against Quebec because he beat Gushue in round robin play. If he loses to Quebec, he can finish as low as a tiebreaker. So we know Mike McEwen has something. He wants that something to be the number 1 seed. And that steal, huge when it comes to his chances. As we bring you back to our feature matchup, that steal of 1 in 7 means Manitoba now has a 3-2 lead. And here in 8, you know they love to score in 8, Kathy. It is Jean-Michel Menard, Team Quebec, throwing the Yellowstones with hammer.
You know, we talked about it during the break. The shot selection is 100% up to the player, whether that tap was easier or the bumper weight. But I think, you know, that is one of those situations where the in-turn was the better turn to play instead of trying to go across the face of a long guard, because when it goes across that long guard, it's already going across the face of the stone that you're trying to run back. So preference of a turn is fine, but sometimes you really do have to force yourself to think about what is the better turn for the situation.
Straight
So there
one.
you see Denny Neufeld, 2 in the house and 2 corner guards from Philippe Menard.
Just normal. Maybe a shade down.
Yep. Yeah. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
And Wozniak looking for that nice roll in the house.
Keep going. Keep going.
And they do find paint to lie 3 without hammer here in 8.
Good line call, Mike.
Fais du ménage.
Oh!
C'est vu ça?
Non.
Ouais, j'haïs pas ça. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez
Qu'est-ce que vous
jouer?
voulez faire?
Le trip, il est pas là?
Ouais, mais...
Le trip, on a un corner guard, une pierre.
might be.
Blanc.
On va en cacher le
They're talking about whether the triple is there.
Le freeze,
And
il est pas
whether they
mauvais,
can blank.
DM.
On peut l'essayer.
OK.
So what does this call tell you, Kathy? Is it all in then in this 8th end for Quebec?
This is one of those situations where in as much as Mike McEwen drew to take 1 in an even end, Jean-Michel Menard very much bought into scoring in even ends, particularly the 8th. So he's not interested in a blank and getting forced in 9. He's very much playing for 2 here in 8.
Line's good. Will do.
Oh, no bump. La ligne est bonne, la ligne est bonne, la ligne est bonne.
Good way.
All right,
Good.
all right, all right, all right.
No bounce.
Check, check.
Those
check,
2 on the brush
check,
you see,
check,
former
check.
junior teammates in Quebec.
Shot.
Shot.
Right. Pick it clean for sure.
You can pick it. Yeah. Okay. Just
hard.
smooth.
You don't have to whip it.
Okay.
Just smooth, Matt.
Okay.
The in-turn, by far the more predictable turn on this half of the sheet. That out-turn runs so very straight.
Hard beach.
Hard beach, hard beach.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice shot.
Yeah, nice job to slice it right through.
Thanks.
Picks it cleanly, moves that second stone a little bit, but pretty happy with that outcome.
Vraiment moins.
Start.
There.
There. Suggesting it's well short of the house.
Un piège.
Un piège?
C'était pas prévu, mais c'était un piège.
À nous autres. On va prendre avec son piège.
Okay, now what? Every day. We're guarding, right?
That is the one thing, Kathy, I've always admired and appreciated about this team, win or lose, Quebec. There they are in a must-win game here for their playoff hopes, and a tough shot, and they're laughing it off.
Don't think you peel.
Lots of time.
Go look at that. What do you see? Is this? Does that make any sense? This is not helping us at all.
Yeah. My first thought was this.
Yeah,
But maybe that
tap
doesn't
it too far.
Maybe that doesn't change
no
much.
good.
Maybe that doesn't change much.
That doesn't change anything because now we can come in and probably spin back.
Yeah, true. Tap this right to here would be the best.
Yeah, that's the shot.
There. You could peel the guard.
Or the. We could peel.
That's not a bad call.
Tapping the.
Over on sheet D, Mike Kennedy, Team New Brunswick,
more.
Kathy, not going quietly. Every time we check over on sheet D, a lot of pressure actually on the defending champs in Team Canada. 5-3 they lead. Final stone to come for Kevin Cooey, and he's got a tap here against 3.
They have not disappeared, as you said, and putting a lot of pressure on Team Canada. Needs to stick it on the nose.
Clean. Yep.
We talked about the emotion in the building last night in that massive game against Brad Gushu, extra end, big draw. Brad makes it, and to come back from that loss on the other end of that emotion, to come back out here knowing, I mean, we're calling it a must-win game simply because if you don't win it, you drop to 7-4. Are you eliminated? Maybe not.
Maybe though.
But maybe.
Yeah.
You know, you have to win to make sure you have a chance at something.
The other option is like this.
Yeah, like what if you played this with like backline weight? Can you get to here?
Can we? Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Like this is good, and this is good. Just tapping an inch. Maybe that's the best shot.
Yeah, I'm just worried that this is kind of killing us here, right? The stagger, if he ever makes a roll behind it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was sort of thinking this.
I guess you have to ask yourself, are we helping ourselves enough by playing something aggressive, or are we just...
Or do you just
just rip it?
Yeah, rip it.
I think they got to where they kept going to. The common theme was discussing where all the rocks could go in the house, but there was always the, or do we peel? Or do we peel? How does your opponent score 2? Well, they utilized the guard, even though it wasn't what they called, and so that's why they're peeling it.
Yeah, I like the tap, but this is fine. Let's make this beach.
And the other option for sure was the tap on the stone, the 12-foot that they were talking about. It would take away the hit and roll, which was one of their concerns.
Whoa. Never.
Curl, baby.
Never. Hard day. Hard.
You're okay, you're okay.
Good.
Over on sheet C, Newfoundland Labrador, the Red Stones. It is Brad Gushu lying 1, and from that broom, I'm guessing it's an out-turn try here to tap and score 2, Kathy.
It is indeed. Needs to tap it full 4 to outcount that other stone in the 4-foot.
You know, the nice part about the crowd this week is that we don't really have to broadcast what happens. You can just listen to them, and you have a pretty good idea what's going on here.
Sense.
So final stone for Brad Gushu, and 7. We'll let the crowd take this one home for you.
Line. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Jean-Michel made the double.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, Jeff, go, Jeff.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
I think he made it.
He said the first few days they felt the pressure, there was lots of nerves, and then they had a moment they finally said after that loss to the Territories, let's enjoy this, let's let that emotion creep out, let's have some fun. And they've been having fun, and they're making shots, and it's been fun for, I think, a lot of people in the building, including us, unless you're playing them. But it's been a lot of fun from a entertainment perspective, no doubt.
Good bumper.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa, Matt.
Yep. Yes.
Hard,
yes.
hard, hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Steady, Mike.
Whoa.
Curl.
Whoa. Good shot.
Good.
It's really good. Nice throw, Beach.
Sure.
He can roll that way, or he can elect to roll underneath the corner, depending on whether he's trying to score to this end or he's still thinking about the blank.
Kathy, you guys often talk up here about having a plan before a game, before an end, and sticking to it.
Bumper.
Can you be stubborn and stick to it maybe when the rocks aren't cooperating or the competition isn't cooperating, or how do you evaluate that?
It's a great question, because in an ideal world you have a plan, and you know the plan probably going into this is let's find a way to score 2, and then as it starts to get closer to the end of the end, you're thinking, well, will I score 2, and where am I going to put these stones? Any movement behind the corner guard.
And they will flip it behind that red stone.
They will. Corner guard could have been for 2. What they're saying here is they want Mike to have to make the run back. If he doesn't hit it right, then perhaps they've got the chance to blank still.
Nose.
Really, the beak is really good. You want it to spill this way if it's...
This is the area that we've talked about in front of the house that is very, very straight, this whole path on this side. So for Mike McEwen, will not need a ton of weight. It's not going to move a whole lot. And release is critical.
Clean it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Never. Yep. Whoa. Yes.
Go, go, go. Yep.
Yes.
Skip stones. Here it is. Mike McEwen. Run it back. Stick it.
Real good shot.
And Manitoba lies 2.
Good shot. Good. Great throw, Mikey. Good shot, Mikey. Good shot, Mike. Good go. Nice.
Cool.
The way those stones are set up, if you make the double, you're going to be rolling naturally towards the corner guard.
Non, c'est trop ça. C'est trop, on roule dehors avec ça.
OK.
2 tiers, je pense que c'est bonne.
OK. Hit and roll dans le coin. Normal.
So if he does roll, Kathy, and he rolls to a good spot, is the double there, or is that top one jam?
The call is the hit and roll underneath the corner, but in the process of doing that, you will likely clip that second stone and make the double anyway.
Oh, oh, oh!
And he'll stuff it with a jam.
Jam, not bad.
And here's the other bad news. If he does make this, it's going to be an in-turn draw. If it comes down to that choice, I don't think the out-turn will be there.
I think you'll probably run the double.
Bump.
What's the weight? Bumper. Okay. Just bump. All right, Mikey, here we go.
Bumper.
Easy. Ain't it? Yep.
Hair
Easy.
lights.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. 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 Yep. Hard.
Hair lights.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Yep, hard.
Whoa.
Mike
Whoa.
McEwen, his
Whoa.
final stone.
Oh, right there, right there.
And the roll to touch
good throw.
paint as
Good.
Manitoba lies through without hammer here in 8.
It's pretty good.
Now is the double
good.
there for the blank.
Good beach.
It's a really good
Sure.
spot.
As they talk it over, let's look at these two skips, and they have been so good, both of them this morning.
Some very, very good numbers by both Mike and Jean-Michel. Some perfect draws for Jean-Michel if he elects to go with a draw, and his hit numbers are great as well. Not much to choose between the two teams this morning.
And the player comparisons are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella.
And this is the double for the blank.
Could it also be the outturned ice to draw for 1?
Yes, I guess in theory it could be.
Final stone here in 8. Jean-Michel Menard. Needs the double. Needs the blank. Possible playoffs on the line with his shot. Bang, bang. And the red won't get there. So a steal of 1 for Manitoba. They are 1 win away from being the number 1 seed. And they lead here in St. John's by 2. A look at the Narrows that goes out to the Atlantic here in St. John's. Beautiful part of the country. Raptors in action against the Hawks. It's BMO Raptors basketball tonight. All the action 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch that one on TSN2. Right now the Raptors 4.5 games back of the Cleveland Cavaliers in the East, and they will need a healthy Kyle Lowry to make a run in the playoffs this year as the regular season winds down. And our round robin here winds up at the Tim Hortons Brier. Draw 17, the final draw before the playoffs begin tonight with that 1-2 page playoff game. The big question is, will we see tiebreakers? And you see there, back-to-back steals in 7 and 8 for Manitoba and Mike McEwen. They lead by 2, so here in 9 it is Jean-Michel Menard, Team Quebec, throwing the Yellowstones with hammer.
Oh, a big steal in that 8th then by Manitoba. Played it relatively conservatively and peeling that guard early. And for Jean-Michel just stuffing that double. And I still do think that it was a fine call, Brian. You can second guess yourself if you don't make the double and wonder why you didn't draw, but the double was there.
Large. Eric.
Good
Ça
way.
va être Eric tout le long.
Good way.
Ça vient. Hard, Rick.
Stop it.
Amène-la.
T-line.
Amène-la creuse. Amène-la.
Ralenti.
Go, elle y va, là. Elle y va, là. Come on.
Shot. Straight one?
Yeah.
Straight one?
Yes.
Hard.
Matt Wozniak will remove that corner guard of the Tim Hortons Cup.
Hard, Pete. Hard. Go, boys. Go.
I need a big roll on that to get it
Go.
out of the way.
Okay.
And it goes over to the other cup.
Not the worst.
Update for you, Ontario territories all tied up at 5, and it is Glenn Howard in his 17th Brier appearance. Coming home with hammer and 10 as he tries to close things out with a win. He was 4-7 last year with a similar field, and will try finish up 4-7 here.
Walk out.
Je l'ai pour.
Il me semble qu'elle est dans la masse, les boys.
Elle est supposée être bonne.
Il y a de la place! Place!
Trying to split the house. That double is going to be available to Quebec if they need
Faut
it.
que ça finisse. Go, Phil! Go! Faut que ça finisse. Come on!
Go, Phil. Ah, good sweep, good sweep.
Good
boy,
sweep.
Nick.
Like that? I think
Do
so.
you ever hit the open one?
I think so.
I think you do
The
too.
problem with that is if he's here, then
Yeah, then we can't get it out.
you're trying to roll it then.
Yeah, you don't want to stick there. The challenge is
I
just you
think
don't
you roll
want to
this
flirt
to
with
the
the
center.
guard.
Okay, that. Ready?
Talk.
Feeling pretty confident, though, about the ice and how they're throwing. But for sure, the option was also to hit the open stone, but you don't want to stick there, especially with that 2-point
Just
advantage
talk.
now for Manitoba.
Yep.
You don't need a lot of extra rocks in the house.
Hard.
Hard beach.
Gotta go. Hard.
Hard beach, go!
Whoa. Hard.
Go,
Whoa.
BJ!
Whoa. Whoa.
Hard.
Yeah, keep going, Beach. Keep going.
Hard! Roll it! Go, 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 go!
And they roll it into the forefoot.
Great shot, Matt.
Trois quarts.
Ouais, sorry.
Point's good.
Patient. Yep. Yes!
Un peu down.
Yes! Good weight. Hard! Yes!
Good weight.
Hard!
Yes!
Trying to get it by that red.
Va chier.
And a little bump there, and it spills out into the open.
Here, Rick. Let's get that bit.
I think you hit the side one.
You like this?
You just clip it at
You
the
don't want
end.
to roll it here. I don't
just
mind
nose
nosing
it.
this now.
Like the nose. Easy weight.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Weight's good, Mike. Off. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean it. Clean.
Clean.
Clean it.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Good. Good.
Okay, good.
Beau champ de fraise, hein? Freeze to the end. Soit ça où on frappe celle qui est sa vis, on roule dans le coin là. On va tout écartier ça, on va rester le deuxième, troisième shot, right? Ouais, split de tout ça.
Bon,
Qu'est-ce que tu penses
non,
de
là.
Va voir. Va voir.
frapper puis rouler une turn? Tu sais, si on
fait ça.
frappe, si on frappe puis on s'en va là, on éloigne, on agrandit notre
Talking
trompe,
about the
on
option of
reste
playing the
deuxième
hit and roll. Oh boy, yellows.
Meantime, live look, New Brunswick, Team Canada, and Kevin Cooey just made a pistol. You see that one Yellowstone right on the Tim Hortons button. He had an in-off, came in, removed the red stone to sit there, and right now I believe lying 1, 2, 3, 4. Final stone, though, from Mike Kennedy, who has given him a great run in this game, up by 1. He needs now the in-off.
He's made a ton of shots today.
Kennedy, chip it in, and he sticks it, but it looks like a steal of 2.
I think so.
For Team Canada, Kevin Cooey.
It's still a heck of a shot.
So after 8, it is Canada, a 1-point lead. And just a reminder how crucial that game is. It's not a must-win technically, but if they win, they get to 8-3, and that guarantees them something. If they lose and come back to 7-4, nothing's guaranteed. Take us through that discussion there for Quebec, Kathy.
Well, for what we heard, because when we went to the other one, I wasn't able to hear in the microphones, they talked initially about the out-turn tap. Martin came down and talked about playing the in-turn hit and roll in front of the other one. This looks like they're going to play the tap or freeze into that mix.
That way that Yellowstone might jam on the Redstone to the right. It is still Manitoba, I believe, line 2 without Hammer here in 9.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
I could probably get rid of everything.
Corner.
What is it?
Even third's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a third.
I think a third and both yellows go.
Looks like even
Third,
half.
skinny third's fine.
Right?
Okay, Beach. Let's make this.
So you get that on an angle. This goes.
Make it Beach.
Me and my extra sketch here. This goes there. This goes onto there. That goes out. That goes out. This one is lost as well. But at this point, you're not looking to have a whole bunch of stones in play.
I thought you guys kissed and made up after yesterday's show, Kathy.
I didn't go to kindergarten. I should have.
Those computers.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. Yep.
Hard ding.
BJ Neufeld, a chance to make these Yellowstones disappear. Bang it, roll it, catch it, and it is gone. 2 yellows out of the house. BJ Neufeld.
Shot, BJ.
It's a very nice shot. He managed to keep his.
Unlucky.
Well, and he's unlucky because he's concerned about leaving so many of his own red stones around. Catches that back one so slightly. And the unlucky is that red one showing. Watch where this shooter goes. It bounces up in the 8-foot and leaves some space for Quebec to get to those 2 red stones.
Protège-le pour la ligne.
Un peu up!
Good, nice good, whoa! Whoa!
Back 4!
Yeah!
Back 4!
Un peu up! Whoa!
That was up.
Good way!
Un peu up, Jim.
Good way!
Punch-le à droite un peu.
Whoa!
Yep.
Martin Kret. Oh, what a shot to find the pocket for shot stone here for Quebec in 9.
Very nice shot. Great weight.
Good shot.
Just tap that on the nose, kind of release the back.
Yeah.
Great read of the line. That was the unluckiness you heard BJ and Mike talk about, and that was why.
Get them both kind of out of the
Kudos to Quebec for making that.
The only other shots that come off that, but I don't like that. If you don't make it right.
Locks another one on.
Yeah.
Mind you. Yeah.
This.
It's definitely the best shot.
That's probably the easier shot, actually. Even if I hit it thin, it's still going to end up pretty good. Okay. It's the best shot.
Half a rock, basically, right?
Half or even a third is still something good's
you
going
get
to
something
happen.
out of it. Okay.
Well, half or third, you're going into the mix that's in the 4-foot. Trying to hit that yellow right on the side. Your shooter will stay underneath the red stone on the 12-foot on the Tim Hortons button. And you're also going to unlock that yellow-red combo.
Buried. That's half a stone.
Okay, Mike, let's make it.
Skip Stones here in 9. Mike McEwen with his first, trying the in-off on his own red.
Close.
No, never.
Whoa. Whoa, close.
Off the back of the red.
Wants to release that yellow. Bang, bang.
Shot, Mike. Really
and
good.
he is shot stone.
Real
and
good, Mike.
more importantly, that
Attaboy.
yellow now able to be moved.
Freezes the pocket.
And they called that option about it would move up the house a little bit depending on the angle that they hit the stone at.
On fait ça.
Watch as it comes off, bounces back, bounces up, locks on.
Always get rid of one.
Yeah, bang it. Bang this one back, right?
Yeah.
Honnêtement, j'aime mieux forcer mes chances pour 2 ici qu'essayer de voler le dernier puis voler la supplémentaire. Le 2 vols, là, nos odds sont...
Je suis à voler 2 ou 10.
Et ici, c'est bon.
pas
Le
loin
mec,
d'être
quasiment,
Narnia.
j'aurais tapé elle un peu.
Ouais. Oh yeah. Juste la bande ça un peu.
Je vais taper une petite gosse, puis moi, je reste là.
Tu restes comme ça.
Ouais,
Ça,
on va easy
tu la
smart.
couvres. S'il essaye de la slasher, elle peut aller là-dedans.
Excuse-moi, tu veux la bumper ici?
Ah,
oui.
Juste de 2-3 pouces.
Faut juste faire attention parce que si tu la tapes de 2-3 pouces, lui, il a ça. Il va lancer une bine sur le nez.
Ouais, mais
si j'overcurl,
faut que tu overcurl aussi. C'est ça, faut que...
Je pense tant qu'à ça, t'es mieux de la taper là.
C'est ça, faut que tu le recules assez pour que s'il slash, elle...
Elle passe pas par-dessus.
C'est ça.
OK, comme ça.
On va essayer de lancer dead T-line. C'est plus...
So want to tap their own stone back marginally. So you tap it back there. Your shooter's going to stay about here, but because you've unlocked it, you're going to have this option. You're going to have this option on your final one, and they feel that for Mike McEwen, it's going, his own stone there is going to create the problems.
Walk out.
So being in the 4-foot, tapping those stones back a little bit so that he being Jean-Michel, will have an angle hit on his final stone to remove the shot stone belonging to Manitoba.
Good weight. That's good, clean. Laisse-le curler un peu. Close, clean.
Un petit peu down.
Non. Yeah! Yeah! Hard! Whoa, whoa!
Back cat!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Tape-la d'un pied, tape-la d'un pied. Hard, 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 hard! Good shot.
That's exactly as drawn out. That's what they were looking for.
And now they're 2 and 3 here in 9.
I think so.
Just try and knot it.
I think you might be able to get rid of this.
The only other shot, guys, just have a look at it, is this. And that's a pretty good shot, too. And it's safe.
If you hit it off of this.
Might be safer than this. It's going to end up... I mean, it gives a pretty easy shot for 2, though. This is where that 4 is going to end up. I don't really care about giving him 2.
I mean, there's lots of good that can happen with this.
Yeah.
If you just nut it right here, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the shot.
It's hard to not.
Yeah, that's the shot.
I think you can.
I can actually get it to go.
If you hit it a bit thin, I think you might be able to get it to spin
yeah.
up enough.
Right here.
What are you throwing, the in or the out?
I like the out.
Okay.
I can throw the in too.
That was my first thought, but whatever you
yeah,
like.
you know what? I like the in too. I do too.
Go in the end because
that's
it's
good,
more
Mike.
controllable, and
You
also it's going towards those yellow stones. And if you hit it right on the nose, at a minimum, the one yellow goes out the door. You might clip the back one. And you can see that while on the out turn side, you can see it all. If it hangs out at all, you actually pick your own out, and that is the risk. So they feel this is a safer shot.
All right, Mikey, here we go.
And you heard him say, worst case, we give up 2, we're tied up coming home. I've got the hammer in my pocket. That's not a bad thing.
You bet.
Green. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Mike McEwen.
Whoa.
Not a brush to it. His final stone in 9. Run it back. Bang, bang. He'll jam the yellow.
It's good.
But he does lie 1-2.
Pretty good, isn't it? How does
Not-
he get?
it's not
how
bad.
does he get 2?
I was just hoping this would stop just a little sooner. Good throw, Mike. Really good throw.
Nice.
So over to you, Kathy. How does he score 2? Can he?
I guess I could have maybe went on it just a little.
Elle va arriver, c'est foufoune de elle, elle va peut-être juste la...
La 1, ça se peut qu'elle débarque.
Je pense juste que ça prend bien du gaz.
Ouais.
Moi, faut faire attention, la 1, ça se peut qu'elle est là.
Ouais, mais je comprends, mais
Ouais, on n'a pas le choix.
c'est une chance pour 2, right?
Ouais, OK, ouais, je suis d'accord avec ça.
Play the double.
On essaie de souligner, Jean-Michel?
Oh, oui.
Ah ouais.
The good news, if it does graze that yellow, the red catcher is there. If you can just squirt it through and then hit the one in the button far enough, Kathy.
And he's also got the catcher on the top, the one that he hits at the top of the 4-foot to the left of it. Not easy.
And he can throw the out turn.
Go, Jim. Make it good.
Well, after watching this guy all these years, one thing we can say about Jean-Michel Menard, never count him out when his back is against the wall. His final stone here in 9. It's tough, but a chance to score 2. Here comes the house, bang, bang, and he misses the back one. Misses the back stone. And frustration, so close. But another steal for Manitoba and Mike McEwen. 3 consecutive stolen ends as Manitoba leads. Handshakes between Ontario and the Territories. Jamie Cooey was heavy with his rock, so Glenn Howard did not have to throw his final stone. He wins 6-5, he finishes 4-7, and the crowd appreciating him being here. Kathy, one of the greatest of all time. 17 Brier appearances, 4 Briers across 4 decades. 87, 93, 2007, 2012. 4 World Championships. He played in 11 finals in game 218. No one's played in more. His record, 159 wins and 59 losses in his 17th Brier appearance. And the cool thing that you noticed, Kathy, those 2 men right there, Jean-Michel Menard, Mike McEwen, taking time to look over, and they helped in that standing ovation and clapping.
Well, and it's interesting, you know, I think that for many people they're feeling this may be the last time they see of Glenn Howard, but he's always said as long as he has a passion for the game and loves to play and still enjoys being out there, that he will continue. So we may see more of Glenn Howard than people think. But truly a tribute to the remarkable accomplishments in the game.
And a nice hug after, too, with his son Scott, playing in his 2nd Brier with his son, which is also special.
Yep. Right in.
Well, Manitoba's all about elimination this end now.
Go, Matt.
Meantime, Newfoundland Labrador, a 5-3 advantage over Nova Scotia. They are in the 9th end, and you see Murphy with those 2 stones, one touching back 4 and one in the 8-foot. And it is the draw for the single here for Brad Guscio to take a 6-3 advantage.
Now, Brad tried to run back on his first stone and just missed the one in the house, and that allowed Jamie Murphy to go around to lie those 2.
Where? Yep. Good. Yep. Yep. You're good. You're good.
In our feature matchup, Eric Sylvain trying to come around. The crowd urging this draw.
Nice sweeping, Brad.
Let me hear you, mile 1.
Nice sweeping, Jeff.
I know they hand out the All-Star Awards, 1st and 2nd All-Stars, but you can throw this crowd right in there as well.
Oh,
they have been
first All-Star by far.
Dynamic here in St. John's. A lot of fun.
Right off.
Meantime, in our feature matchup, the hit game continues as Manitoba will just try run Quebec out of stones. And over in the wings on sheet D, New Brunswick, Team Canada. It was a steal of 2 and 8 for Kevin Cooey to finally take the lead in this game, as Mike Kennedy has been playing them so tough, but now it's Mike with a tough shot here, facing, I think, 4.
And this is one of the few times we've come to this sheet this morning, that it has not been a bunch of red stones that Kevin Cooey is shooting against. For Mike Kennedy does need a bite of the forefoot.
Yeah, go, Jamie.
On the right, you see Spencer Mahoney getting some action in for Mark Lecoq, who's sitting this one out. And the crowd approves of that as well. That's nice draw weights. Mike Kennedy, he is giving the defending chance all they can handle. So it's 6-6 it will be. Those defending champions coming home with hammer and 10.
Whoa, whoa. Green. 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 Good.
Trois quarts.
And if you're just joining our coverage, if things do stay status quo in this game and Manitoba wins, Mike McEwen will play in his first ever 1-2 page playoff game as the #1 seed. That'll be tonight on TSN at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And in a 5-5 tie in the game we just showed you, that update between New Brunswick and Canada, if Kevin Cooey can win with Hammer, there will be no tiebreakers at this year's Tim Hortons Brier.
All right, Rick.
Easy.
Let it go, Rick.
And that's bad news for BC. And
it is.
I know they're watching in the hotel right now. See what happens here in this game.
Go, 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 go,
The game on sheet D.
Just rip the guard.
Sure.
And there really
Like the
is
in
no
or the out?
need
Yeah, I
to
like the
play
in.
it cute and wind up grazing off one and leaving it still in the house. You have a 3-point advantage. You just need to make the Yellowstones go away.
Yep.
Hard. Hard.
Go, Maddie.
Hard. Right up, right up, right up, right up.
Good. That's it. Throws.
Go ahead, then.
It's funny, Kathy, how the draw works out sometimes. Last year, 8-3 was good enough to get you in, but into that 3-4 game. And this year for Mike McEwen, 8-3 will get you the #1 seed.
It's impossible to know going in, and it's why so many of the teams, I think that Ryan Fry said it best when he said their team has learned that at this event, it really is about a 2-part week. Your goal is not to work towards any specific record, because you never know where that's going to be. It is about just getting to the weekend with whatever record you need to get there, and then you start to worry about having a great weekend. Again, whether you're in that 3-4 game or the 1-2.
And there is Glenn Howard talking to the media. He is one of the nice ones in this sport. Always smiling, always time for the fans and for us in the media as well. A class act, and I think it's impressive. 4 Briers and 4 World Championships.
Much bigger crowds, but there's only been a few. I've lost a few crowds that have been louder, but just a few.
Surprise, surprise.
And they were at an NFL game.
I'm a hometown boy, and it's
Very cool.
really fun to be out there.
Does it make you want?
Skip Stone's now here in 10.
It's a hairline.
And Mike taking his time. Obviously, if he can bang these both out, he will be off to that 1-2 page playoff game as the #1 seed. His first stone here in 10.
Yep, right up, right up, right up. Hard, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Mike McEwen. And he'll just get the 1 yellow to go.
And BJ was not taking any chances with that, was not looking to run it back and have it stick there. Elimination, it's a mature call.
Well, Kathy, at one point, after some patience, Quebec did lead in this game, but Manitoba proving to be too much down the stretch.
Well, it is those steals in the back end that really made the difference in this game. And also switching of a stone. Manitoba going to school on the first 5 and switching it around in some fantastic numbers for Mike McEwen. Where you want to be going into the weekend. Gets a plus in this game against Jean-Michel Menard.
The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
All yours.
Jean-Michel Menard now his first and 10, and this one needs to be in the paint.
Shot.
And now for Mike McEwen, make one go away.
Choose your rock, choose your turn. Book your ticket.
I don't think they get tickets, Kathy, actually. I think they just they have the press pass.
Yep.
And they just
It's an
walk in.
expression,
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
Scan your barcode, technically.
You scan your barcode. Quoting Jacques.
Oh, that's okay. Russ Howard still thinks we play for transistor radios. That similar pre-shot routine here for Mike McEwen. Final stone here in 10.
Clean. Clean it, Maddie. Clean it.
Last year he made the playoffs in that 3-4 page playoff game. And 1 year later, in St. John's, Mike McEwen is your #1 seed. And he's into the playoffs tonight against Brad Gushue.
And pretty darn excited about that as well.
And how about this crowd in St. John's at mile 1?
Now they are on their feet, saluting both the Quebec team and the outcome of this game.
Enjoy it now, Mike, because you'll be the villain tonight. A great week for Manitoba. They are your #1 seed. There are your standings. Manitoba at 9-2. They will play Newfoundland and Labrador in that 1-2 page playoff game. We know Northern Ontario at 8-3. They have something, and right now it is Team Canada at 7-3, still on the ice. All eyes on that game against New Brunswick. But for now, Mike McEwen, what a week, and we'll see him later on tonight. Much more to come here. Stick with us.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere, proud sponsors of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for over 35 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Brad Gushue always dreamed of bringing the Brier back to the Rock. And look at this tonight. Mike McEwen, 9-2, your #1 seed, taking on Brad Gushue in his second straight 1-2 page playoff game. This building will be on fire. TSN 1, 3, 4, and 5, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Vic Rauter, Russ Howard, Cheryl Bernard will join our coverage. We cannot wait. Meantime, one massive game still remains on the ice. Team Canada at 7-3. If Kevin Cooey, the defending champs, can win this game, there will be no tiebreakers, and they will be into the playoffs. Guess who else is on the ice right now? Brad Gushue and company running Nova Scotia out of stones, and another standing ovation for the hometown boy, and another win. They are also 9-2 to finish up round robin play, but because Manitoba beat them, they're the #1 seed, but not the #1 favorite.
Well, this is what we've seen all week. Teams will have to stop. It is impossible to throw with that going on. And so the Cooey team, they've had experience at national and international play before. And so they just checked their clock, made sure they have enough time. They've got 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Slowed it down.
Yep. It is Kevin Cooey with Hammer coming home in 10 in a 6-6 tie.
Okay, good.
Mark Kennedy makes that Redstone go away. As you can see, nothing out in front to block a possible draw to the paint. Your current standings now, so that win, you heard the crowd approve. Newfoundland, Labrador now a 9-2 record. They are your top 2 teams. They will meet tonight in our first playoff game. Northern Ontario, we know they are in for something. The only thing left to be decided right now is this game. Team Canada, you see 7-3. BC, Quebec needing them to come back, and how good is that? Picture perfect. Brad Gushue with his family and his wife. He has been a rock star. So close, hey, Kathy? 2 Brier finals for Brad Gushue and 2 losses. He wants to amend that this weekend here on home ice. In the meantime, it's Mike Kennedy who, give him full credit. They have given Team Canada, the defending champs, a great run this morning.
They have. There is 1 guard in play, but it is so far over. There you have it. As it comes in that if you were to bury around it, you wouldn't be in the house. And so that's why New Brunswick team is throwing a center guard, hoping for a nose. And huge credit to this huge crowd here this morning. Even though Newfoundland Labrador has left the ice, they are staying, and I expect that they will be saluting both of these teams as they have done this morning to all the teams that have been out here. And that is a great memory for all the teams to take with them, being acknowledged for their efforts this week.
Just looked at the stats here, Kathy. That guy holding the broom right there, Mark Kennedy, 99% in this game. And the skipper, 85%. So pretty strong performance here from the back end of Team Canada.
Good tip.
And not really anywhere to hide here for Mike Kennedy with this last stone, so he'll come somewhere into the paint.
Well, they'll probably put it in a spot that either is really tricky, maybe a straighter spot that
Right here. Right to the edge.
Kevin
In the
McEwen may
8-foot.
roll out on.
All right. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's do that. A little less, though. No, a little less, yeah.
Final stone here in 10 for Mike Kennedy in his second
Good.
consecutive Brier appearance for New Brunswick.
On the tee, be good.
He said it was very
Pull over a little
special
more,
to
Jamie.
play in this Brier for a number of
over a little
reasons,
more.
being in St. John's and
As
also
much in
the
the 8
final
as you
year
can.
of this current format until they go to the 2 groups or pools next year, and he'll find the paint. And they have not left the ice, and we tip our cap to this team as well.
I actually thought
Team Jean-Michel Menard, another fabulous week. And it seems every year, Kathy, they're always knocking on that playoff door, part of the playoff picture.
There's
But they
nowhere to
need
hide it.
some help here.
Put it where, you know, there's some risk of a pick or, you know, just a grab where it might hit a guard. But
And final stone here, instead of the draw, it is the hit here for Kevin Cooey.
Clean up.
Easy.
Easy, Benny.
Clean it. Clean
See
it.
Brent Lang keeping his broom down the entire time with a soft clean.
Make it go away. And they're back. Team Canada. A victory on the final day and final draw of round robin play. They are back into the playoffs. And with that, hopes are dashed for Team Quebec. And they are the defending champs until somebody can knock them off. And once again, it's pretty much the same playoff picture as last year in Ottawa. Different seedings, mind you, but it's the same 4 teams that are back. Top of the table, number 1 seed, Manitoba, 9-2. They'll meet Newfoundland Labrador tonight in the 1-2 page playoff game. And remember that semifinal last year in Ottawa, Team Canada, Northern Ontario, that measurement, they are both in at 8-3, and for BC and Quebec, 7-4. For the second straight year, just not good enough. Your top 4 into the playoffs. You thought this crowd was wild today and all week long? I cannot wait for tonight. Manitoba, Newfoundland Labrador, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That 1-2 game winner right to the championship gold medal game Sunday, and then Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It is a rematch of last year's semifinal, Team Canada and Northern Ontario. Everybody has wanted a piece of this guy all week long. The fans, the media, the crowd. And what an opportunity on home soil for Brad Gushue. Newfoundland Labrador that won Brier title back in 1976. The Brier is back on the rock, and this place will go off this weekend. We can't wait. It's been a great round robin. We're glad you've joined us in the mornings, and we got the final weekend to come. On behalf of Kathy Gauthier, myself, our hard-working crew here in St. John's, we thank you, and we'll see you this weekend, championship weekend at the Brier.